Dialogue on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Yeah, mic check 1 2. What's good? What's good? Y'all can hear me though? What's happening? Welcome back. I'm putting the chat right there. Hey, what's happening? Yeah. What is Demetrius already saying? Shout out to Solar Facts. Shout out to Oil House, Jody Southworth, Mark Jordan, Paul Wright. Demetrius says, what the hell is 80 talking about? Oh, don't mind me, Craft Room. Just practicing for when 80 says something. Yes, quite pompous indeed. I'm proud of that. That's my moon in Leo. Triple JC says, shout out to Big Priest. Thank you for the encouragement. You are appreciated, mate. Peace to Royal Priesthood and Podcraft family. Keep on shining. Hey, shout out to Triple JC. What's good? No Man's here. Pause tape. The Reason. What's happening? Freddie Cali. I think I just shouted out everybody. Cover Boy in the house. Solar Facts again. Yage Beats. Tall God Heru. Okay, let me do some alignment right here real quick. Bring this up. Hey, peace to you, Demetrius. We appreciate you, man. So what's happening? What day is today? Monday? Yeah. Man, it's crazy around this time of year, right? It's getting cold, getting way less sunlight. You know, you got to be on it with that vitamin D3, man. Everyone I know is getting sick right now. You know? And I'm like, you taking that vitamin D3? You know, they're like, nah, I got multivitamin. I'm like, nah, multivitamins don't give you enough D3. You got to get that because most of us are not getting enough sunlight. But y'all already know. Hold up, let me bring down the exposure. Yeah. Shadowy. Yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be a good show today. Priest mentioned someone who's going to be coming on the show, so I'm not going to give it away. I'm just holding it down for now. Priest may be joining us here soon into the Zoom, so I'm going to make some room. What else is happening? MU in the house. Toasty. Andromeda Miserables. Toasty. Freddie Cali. Marcus Hazard. Jax Lane. How many of y'all saw the video that premiered today on Priest channel that was top 5 Killah Priest albums? Put it in the chat. Put 1 in the chat if you saw that video. It premiered today. It was cool. It was very informative. Yeah. It's incredible going back to Priest discography, yo. Quite an impressive catalog, to say the least. And I'm not just saying that. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's pretty obvious how impressive Priest catalog is, but it's like, we've got to go back and listen to those. You know what I mean? When Priest says play more Killah Priest, it means go throughout the whole catalog. Make sure you've heard it all. Because I like the way things... It's a whole different atmosphere every album. You know what I mean? I like how Priest always reinvents himself. So yeah. Some people saw it. Andromeda saw it. Jody saw it. All right. And Coverboy is already on his way there. There he goes. So, yeah, man. We've got the gray box up here ready for the Zoom guest to join in. I've got that ready. Got that happening for the guest and for Priest to come on in. So, if y'all haven't seen it, I'll probably play it later. I won't play it yet. There's a lot of things that Priest wants to go through. A lot of content that's good to be suggested. What's happening with all of y'all though? What's going on with y'all? What's new? What's new? Hova Om says back to life with the long rays, making this the more spiritual time of the year. Huh. It is more spiritual right now, huh? Interesting. I like to have more sun. I love the fall season because I feel more productive around this time. But damn, I miss the sun. It's just because I wake up late, you know? Schema Uno says Priest catalog is amazing. Yeah. So on the bottom of that video, you'll notice a link that says play more Killah Priest. When you click on that, it's going to take you to a link tree. And that link tree will have every link that you need for Priest, whether it's to buy CD, buy T-shirts, buy Podcraft T-shirts, to buy vinyl, to buy CDs, autographed CDs, or regular past catalog releases. And when you guys go on the Amazon, check it out because some of those are limited. There's a lot of limited edition stuff. Some of those, I'm not going to pull it up right now, but some of those CDs and vinyl that he has up there, there's only a few of them left. You know what I mean? So they're definitely going up in value. But the link is also in the description right now. It's Priest link tree. Every link that you need for Priest is in that link tree. Even links to his SoundCloud. You already know. All that. All that. Cap Jones in the house. Peace, Cap. Ben Frank in the building. Eye to eye. Yeah. Oh boy. And here comes Ojito coming to say what's up to everybody. Anyway, he knows it's coffee. Anyway. So, yeah, let's get this all set up. What else we got going on? Get him out the way. What is new with y'all? We got people coming into the building right now. We've got 73 on. What's up, y'all? So in case y'all wondering, what's AD doing? Come on, what's happening here? What's the topic? We got a really cool guest coming in today, and I don't want to reveal it. I want Priest to reveal it. I never like to give things away. You know what I mean? I'm not the one to spoil the surprise. I'm always afraid to spoil the surprise. So I end up just being quiet because I don't want to give it away. Kurt Go Bang in the house. Brian Douglas says, shout out to Mojito. Man, this cat's got more popular than I expected him to. Okay, here we go. I'm going to set up the counter right now so we can see the counter up in here. So, yeah, a lot of good things happening. So we've got that video up that shows the top 5. And you're going to see more content like that very soon. That's going to be dope, man. I don't want to give away anything about Priest projects, so I'll let him talk about all that. But lots of good things happening. Demetra says, AD knows how to plead the fifth. Yes, absolutely. After you've been in relationships for a while, you start learning how to plead the fifth. You know, silence is golden. And, yeah, especially in a platform like a Podcraft, silence is even more golden. So it's like, gotta always gauge what to say. There's a saying by Lao Tzu, Chinese proverb, that says, he who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. Yeah, it's kind of general, but like, take that for what it is. Take that for however you see fit. Stranger says, peace. Toasty says, I'm making my own version of For All My Dogs as a passion project. Yeah. Okay, Cover Boy's going right into a topic. He says, AD, I was right. Tesla was pro-eugenics. That's how I feel Cover Boy would say it. He was. I mean, the thing is that Tesla, like, there's the Tesla that was the original scientist, and then there's what Elon Musk put together. You know what I mean? Tesla was a real scientist. They asked Albert Einstein, what's it like to be the most famous scientist in the world? And he said, I don't know. Ask Tesla. Damn, Mojito. Cat's been tripping. Check 1, 2. Cat is tripping. like literally tripping. He said, I don't know, ask Tesla. Oh, I just watched the playback on that. It's these wires, man. I'm not going wireless. He said, I don't know, ask Tesla. So, like, a lot of you who know about the real scientist Tesla know about his technology. We've had guests on talking about it with the coil. And it's dangerous technology, yo. Because when you start studying Tesla, you start learning about free energy. And that's the last thing they want you to know about. You know? Because billion-dollar industries will fall. I'm afraid to even talk about it. But you already know. Tesla was the gateway to free energy. One of them. And then Elon Musk comes along and takes that name and then starts putting electric cars together. I don't even think the electric cars that he has are using Tesla technology. I think he just used the name. Elon's a smart business guy. You know what I mean? But, you know, I kind of see him as another... who's the guy that ran Apple? I'm a PC Android guy, so I forgot. Put the Apple guy in the chat. The one that passed away. You already know. I think he had a stomach virus. What was his name? I don't feel like thinking right now. Hold on. Steve Jobs. Thank you, Cap. Yeah, Steve Jobs was just really good at putting people together. You know, and being like, okay, you get this done, boom, boom. He didn't even have to invent anything. I feel like that's kind of what Elon Musk is doing too. And if you look at a lot of business models, they're all doing that. You know what I mean? There's a guy at the top. He's hiring people who know how to do things. And, you know, it's the pyramid structure of any corporation. You know, all these businesses popping up online about, you know, YouTube automation and making money. At the end of the day, it becomes all about hiring other people. Uh-oh. Knowledge born. Hold up. Let me check in with Priest real quick. KB. So, yeah, give me a second, Knowledge. Because I got Priest joining here soon too, and I want to make sure everything goes according to how he wants it to go down. I says Steve Jobs, John McCabe. I know it says on Google right now. It says Tim Cook. Aurora says CD not in the whip. I'm only playing Dr. Dre. Yo, they don't got CD players in cars anymore. I told you guys about it. I was down here, down the block near the smoke shop, and dude was slanging CDs. You know, he doesn't know I'm a producer. He doesn't know. I don't tell people. I'm quiet. And dude slanging his CD, and it's just a CD with like a marker on it. He took a marker and scribbled his name on it. I couldn't even read it. And I was like, bro, like that's what they do in Venice Beach too. It's so horrible. It's like they hand you a CD. If you take the CD, they're like, hey, can I get $5 for the CD? $10, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo. So I didn't even take the CD because I already knew. But then I told them, like, yo, nobody has CD players anymore, man. Like, what are you doing? And he kind of like looked down like I'm right. Like, obviously. He's like, well, you can play it in your car. I'm like, cars don't have CD players anymore, man. Maybe the old school ones do, but like, there's no more CD players in cars. He's like, well, you can play it in your computer. I'm like, my computer doesn't have a CD-ROM drive, man. They don't. This is 2024. Like, why are you slanging CDs? And I was giving him a lot more time than I probably could have or should have. But I was like, you know, I saw the artist in him. I could tell he was probably an actual, you know, rapper and everything. I was like, you've got to push your SoundCloud or your YouTube. It's all about YouTube nowadays. And he's like, should I start slanging thumb drives? I'm like, don't slang thumb drives. If you've seen Mr. Robot, you need to stay away from thumb drives because people can put, hacker stuff on that shit. You put the wrong thumb drive in a computer, you can get a code that'll hack your whole computer. Now like identity theft is a possibility. So you don't want to slang thumb drives, you know. FG Postmortem says, I still collect CDs, AD. You ain't hip hop if you don't have I feel you. No, that's the same argument with vinyl. You know, there's a lot of vinyl DJs that strictly use vinyl, but not every track is being pressed on vinyl. You know, you can use control records with Serato, but I mean, it's just the way the times are changing. Yes, there's people who have 8-tracks still. It's cool. It's become a novelty though to have that type of stuff. It's a novelty. Hold on, Priest didn't hit me back. He sees it. It becomes a novelty to have all that stuff. So if you want to collect CDs, you know, it's different to buy Killah Priest. If you're buying Killah Priest CD, you're keeping something that's gonna be like has value. I get it. People will buy the CDs and not even open it, leave it in the package. Okay, I just got authorization to admit one. We've got Knowledge Born joining us right now. Anyway, so I ended up getting the dude's Instagram and his YouTube. I followed him on YouTube, and I said, "Look, that's better. Now I'm following you. Now you got a follower." So I told him to get business cards, and then just put your shit on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're in a digital world now. People will buy the CDs once they become a fan nowadays. Once they're a fan, then they're gonna be like, "Now let me get it on CD." Because, you know, it becomes a treasure. But an unknown artist slanging CDs is rough nowadays. This isn't the days of Mac Miller where you can, you know, buy the mixtape. Those are the days, right? Back then, we used to slang CDs on the internet, but we would charge for the cover, but the CD was free. That's how you used to get away with having beats that were like, you know, Dre beats or copywritten beats, you know, to escape the copyright thing. It's like, well, the music is for promotional use only. And it would say for promotional use only. But you'd be slanging CDs making money because you're selling the artwork. It's all semantics. Toasty says, yo, AD, if you send a link to one of my songs right now, can you play it at the end? If so, remind me what it's at. Yeah, why don't you join the song promotions? Go to the link in the description, and we have a whole song promotion segment. That way, we can play the song, we can talk about it. You get a link back to your site. You're gonna get everyone else being able to follow you. You know what I mean? It's just better to do the song promotion because then you're gonna get some, you know, some SEO love on that. Coverboy says, I don't know, AD Ross. It's gonna go back to people selling CDs and tapes again. I don't know about that. We're in the digital world now, unless the internet shuts down. So I see what conspiracy you're talking about. What's up, Knowledge Born? Can you hear me?
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Architect D.
Yeah.
No father to his sound, no father to his style.
Hey.
Okay. Holding up the rocket.
The best I can, man. Just doing the best I can. I feel like I'm too
I see
loud.
you. I was like, nah, you good. You good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hop on with you real quick.
Yeah.
Give some homage and some ode to some birthdays. You understand? Today is Bruce Lee's birthday.
Who?
So salute to Bruce Lee.
Oh, Bruce Lee? Oh, that's right. Sagittarius.
Yeah. Sagittarius. Right?
Nice.
So give him some props and some love. Honest to him and his family.
Yeah.
For, you know, doing what hip hop did. You know, Bruce Lee doesn't get a lot of credit for the crossover and what it cost him. You know, ultimately it cost him his life and his son's life, you know, consequently, for expanding out of a range of space where everything was hush-hush. So he took what was in, you know, private out into the public. Now it's not as much as it was, you know, back then. And we're not even talking 100 years ago. We may be talking, you know, about the 70s. But for him to come from where he came from and be able to put that out there in the public, the martial sciences, the arts and the disciplines, you look at hip hop in the same kind of way. Hip hop was something that they said wouldn't last a decade. Now we got 5 decades.
Mm.
So in that old space and time, I just wanted to give props to, a man who gave his life, who sacrificed his connection to something that he grew up in to be able to give this out to the general public, and he suffered for it. You see what I'm saying? And he gave us a philosophy that transcended just the fighting world. He gave us a philosophy that became useful. And now people no longer simply refer to the martial disciplines for the physical aspect, but there's more practicality there. And he was one that came out with a fighting method that took it out of the arenas and the dojos and into the streets. So, I liken him to hip hop because hip hop took, the sounds from the juke joints into the clubs out into the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And you just said, you met somebody on the street pushing a CD with the marker on it. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's gutter, like like this is 1990 something. You could just insert a date because the 90s era was very prevalent for that. And somebody didn't get the memo. They're like, yo, we're in the digital age. He's like, should I use thumb drives? He's like, is that more? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that vintage space of being raised right, but not in the shifts and transitions of how to repurpose and repackage something that's there. One of the things that was great about Bruce Lee is it was adaptable. So it wasn't something that was fixed. It was something that later became mixed martial arts. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can put that methodology of the jack of all trades, master of none to work. So now if you boxed in, it's like, okay, well, I'm a boxer or I'm a, kung fu master. You're going to have to prove that in a ring. That's something different. So even if you look back to like Into the Dragon, they were kind of showing a precipice of how this would look in the cage without the cage. So if you go back to Into the Dragon, that first fight that he had, they had the big mitts on and they were fighting. You see what I'm saying? Similar to like what they would do in UFC. So, hip hop took all of the music that came before it and pushed it in a way that created a sound that you didn't hear before. So in the old, so much so, like if you would hear Biggie, you didn't know if it was Biggie or Ron Isley, So he's like, all right, so is this going to be the Isley brothers or is this, Juicy? You see what I'm saying? So it's like they work in tandem in regards to how the flow came. And one of the epic sayings from Bruce Lee would say, be boundless, formless, and shapeless like water. So he gave us, he gave us an adaptability to be able to embrace fluidity, but not in a space where we became rigid and fixed. We could continue to flow, like water.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give them, some love and some shout outs and, tying into hip hop because today is also Twista's birthday.
Oh, what?
I remember. Yeah, Twista was born today. Badass, rest in peace. You over there on the West Coast. Benny the Butcher also, and LOG. So, Bruce Lee, he kind of moved like a hip hop dude. You understand? He kind of moved around with the bounce because he studied a lot of, black boxers and wrestlers. Muhammad Ali was one of the people he studied. The Grandmaster, what's his name? He was Steve Sanders at the time. He's Steve Muhammad. He's a martial arts champion. He studied him. He said Bruce Lee told him that he had the fastest hands and feet of any American he ever saw. Dang. And he also showed him all of these VHS tapes of him. He studied him since he was a white belt. So Grandmaster Steve Muhammad.
Would have been a
He
good
was a
DJ
bike,
then.
right? Right.
Everybody got that T-shirt. You seen that T-shirt
Yes.
with Bruce Lee behind the decks?
Right.
That's one of the most.
So you see that right there. So I'm not I'm not reaching too far in regards to hip hop. You see me
Mhm.
like he's right there. Without the DJ, there is no hip hop.
Mhm.
I know we go for the artist a lot of the time, but we have to give the ode to the DJ. The DJ found the breaks,
Yeah, and I know.
and these are the breaks.
Yeah, I know you're familiar with Mortal Kombat,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was the inspiration for Liu Kang,
Yes. Yes.
which was interesting.
And what's my man name? Law? Was it Law from Tekken? It had to be Law.
Hmm.
And Fei Long from Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
So I think once they were making a cast of characters, they had to have somebody in each game that kind of had I think the other guy that you're showing, when you showed the other guy from Tekken, he was kind of made after Jackie Chan.
Hmm.
And then the other one was named Law, L-A-W. And Jackie Chan, coincidentally, was discovered by Bruce Lee, he said that Bruce Lee would go through all of these stuntmen and people would not want to work with him because he pushed them to their limits. And he said to Jackie Chan that he could, do all of these stunts for 8 to 10 hours a day. So he got him a lot of work and
So
pushed him out.
you're saying Jackie Chan was one of the few that were able to keep up with Bruce Lee?
Yes.
That says
So
a lot. I mean, we already know
Right.
how badass Jackie Chan is, but to know that he was able to keep up with Bruce Lee. Do you know if Jet Li was around at that time, or if Jet Li worked with Bruce Lee?
No, he's a later
Right?
addition. And Jet Li's story is unique too. He said that whatever you do, when he grew up, they were placed in something similar to a guild, and whatever it was, you did it 8 hours out of the day. And he lucked up and got taught martial arts. And he was a champion swordsman for about 8 years, undefeated.
Yo, here's Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and Donnie Yen giving homage to Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that's in Seattle.
So
That's
they were
Washington.
homies. Jet Li and Jackie Chan were homies. And then I've seen Donnie Yen just killing it in movies, man. He was in Star Wars. He was in one of John Wick's. I think, what was it, John Wick 4?
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
interesting. He was blind also in that.
Yes. That was an ode to Kung Fu,
Mm.
the TV show that Bruce Lee inspired. Bruce Lee inspired that show,
Mm-hmm.
and he pitched the idea, but then they said America wasn't ready for an Asian superhero. So, they dissed him, and then they came back to it. David Carradine got the role from an insult from Bruce Lee, actually. Because at that time, David Carradine wasn't a martial artist. He was a ballet dancer.
Oh, wow.
He said to him, give it to him. It would be funny to see him, play a Kung Fu master, a ballet dancer play a Kung Fu master.
Yo, Donnie Yen was also in Blade 2. See, now I got to go back and see Blade 2. Because I didn't really start noticing Donnie Yen until I saw him in Star Wars. I'm like, yo, this dude is badass. I remember going on Google, like,
You missed Iron Monkey and all of that?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the whole wave of Donnie Yen.
So he's also IP Man, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, I did know of him from IP Man. I just didn't recognize him in Star Wars. Like, yo, that's IP Man. Because at first scene he's kind of like he doesn't have the blindfold on, but he's like blind,
Right.
I don't know, something badass about that because he's using less senses, but
Yeah, so he would be, that the Ip Man role was an ode to Bruce Lee's teacher. So you see how everything's centered around. So Donnie Yen, Jackie Chan, and Jet Li. Jet Li kind of faced a curse as far as Bruce Lee goes, where he would get tried by different people on set. Different people would try him, like try to fight him. As a matter of fact, if you remember that movie, Kiss of the Dragon, the behind the scenes, the director said that there was a scene where he went into similar to, what was that, Chinese Connection? Was it Chinese Connection or Fist of Fury? Where he's fighting everybody in the dojo.
I don't know.
Game of Death?
Was it Game of Death? But what they said to him was, you've been fighting all of these people. Like, it's not going down like that today. we're going to tear you up. So the director and the fight choreographers let him fight everybody. He beat everybody. And then they did the fight choreography based off how he beat everybody. So Jet Li got busy. Jet Li got busy and, wore these cats out. And then they did the fight choreography after that. That's not Jet Li's words. That's the director talking about. So, yeah, it was interesting. There was a little shade that was thrown in the movie Hero between the Donnie Yen Jet Li comparison too. The Emperor's like.
I'm gonna come in, AD.
All right.
I'm sorry, cut your wizard. Go ahead. Sorry.
Are you good, Lord? You good? I was just warming it up for Kane, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. No doubt. Ain't ready. I got on green. I hold my green screen though, show. Yo.
Yeah, no, because you're on Zoom. The green screen effect isn't on.
I know. Beast and I was born.
Boom.
Hey.
The green hornet,
right.
ladies and gentlemen. The priest hornet is in the building.
Yo, what's good?
Peace.
What's the science? Y'all going through Bruce Day's birthday, right?
Yep.
That's yo. That's a legend. That's a legend right there. Word. Now y'all finished building? I'm here.
Good. I was just warming it up so you get here. I went to his gravesite. They had actually moved his gravesite once or twice, they said, over the years, based off of some kind of vandalism, some kind of disrespect. And because people travel around from so many places around the world to pay homage, that they moved it. They moved it to a better location. So him and his son are buried next to each other.
Oh, wow.
Him and Brandon.
Brandon Lee. He played the Crow.
Right.
Trying to take him out.
If y'all saw Rapid Fire, he was there developing Jeet Kune Do throughout the film, throughout the life of the film. So, unfortunately, Crow was his last film, but he had Showdown in Little Tokyo with Dolph Lundgren, if y'all remember that joint. And then he had Rapid Fire and then Crow. So he literally was on his way to cement his legacy, and it was short-lived because of that.
Wow.
Nice.
So Jackie Chan kind of took the reins of using the environment in a comedic kind of way as a martial arts old discipline to what was already there between the father and the son. So not only did he take that, because he was like the drunken master. That was his ode for a while, Jackie Chan.
Like Borracho.
Right. So then he started to incorporate using, things that you didn't think you could use in a martial arts sequence to add a little more depth of how to use the environment. Like Brandon Lee was on the cutting edge of that, and Jackie Chan took it to the next level. So most of what we saw in the Rush Hour series and all of that was something that was sparked from Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee was kind of bringing that back to the forefront.
Right, World of the Drunken Master,
Right.
Jackie Chan. Yeah, he did that. I think it was the Dance of the Drunken Mantis too. With what's the old drunk? The old drunk, Siku. What was his name? Sensei. Escaping me. But he was in that Dance of the Drunken Mantis with the other mantis, the northern mantis style and the southern mantis. Yeah, that mantis grabs ass. He was doing the northern style, the northern mantis. Yeah, it was fire. Shout out to Ben Frank. I see you in there. Word. Shout out to Solo Gems. He not here right now, but he was with me earlier though. Word. See him.
How is it out? How is it out there?
Oh, it's nice. It's cool. It's cool. Word. It's been running around. I suppose I hooked up with Jizzle, but I spoke to Ghost. Matter of fact, hold on. I finished building. Let me try to get him on here.
Nice.
Let's see.
Man, so that's interesting
I'm right
because
here.
looking back, I gotta be looking up their zodiac signs and everything. I saw Donnie Yen is a Leo. Jet Li is a Taurus. Bruce Lee, of course, Sagittarius, and then Jackie Chan is an Aries. So you got fire, earth, fire, fire.
Wow.
Now, if you look at what you said Jet Li's sign was again? Aries?
Taurus,
pardon me.
That's Ghost.
That explains why he didn't do the Seraph role in Matrix 2. He was supposed to be Seraph.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, wait. Who was the Keymaker?
The Keymaker was a different character.
Oh, okay.
The Keymaker was the guy that was in John Wick 3 that was the doctor that stitched up John Wick. Remember John Wick shot him.
Oh, wow.
Because that was like an ode to Matrix 2. So even when, the scene in the Matrix, he's like, what do you need? He's like, guns, lots of guns. So they did that kind of, an ode to the Matrix.
It's just, I love the good choreography. I mean, everyone has their reasons for loving this stuff, but seeing good choreography with the fighting is just.
Tell me that guy don't look like Jet Li.
I know.
You understand? So they tried it because he was supposed to be there. Just like if you remember the old Batman and Robin, the TV show, they had a fight scene with Batman, Robin, and the Green Hornet, and Robin was supposed to fight Kato.
They want that.
And Bruce Lee said there's no way in hell that he would lose to Robin. He said he would kill Robin and he would kill Batman. Like literally, like not just he said he would kill them. So the scene where they fight, there's somebody else that's there. Jet Li had not a similar thing where he said he was going to kill somebody, but with Lethal Weapon 4, they said, was it 4 or was it 3?
Chow Yun Fat.
He's in there, and he's like, he said they had to slow down. He's fighting Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and they said they had to tell him to slow down so they could actually fight with him. So Jet Li I think that was the only time he was a bad guy besides the one, but he fought himself. So you said that was Chow Yun Fat? That was Sarah?
No, I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Seraph.
You know what movie?
Colin Chow.
Okay,
His name is Colin Chow.
there we go.
You know what movie I never seen? And maybe I can
What's
break this down to me. Was the one with everybody talk about with Bruce Lee teacher. The
the Ip
Bruce Lee
Man?
teacher. What was it called?
Which one? The Ip Man series? Ip Man?
Yeah, the It Man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's in
Yeah.
one of those.
Word?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. I think he's in 3 or 4. He's in one of them. Yeah, and he's getting busy with dining in. I
I
think
never seen this teacher.
I think he hurt Donnie Yen in one of those fight scenes.
Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, what was it about? How Bruce Lee first started?
Well, it's really Ip Man. It's not really like they slide him in. Like I think one of those series, you see a guy that's supposed to be him, but it's his whole story.
I developed the one-inch punch.
It was really Wing Chun because Bruce Lee was a disciple and he studied Wing Chun, but he wasn't a Wing Chun master. And I think that he wasn't around long enough to develop into a Wing Chun master, which gave him the levity to be able to look for commonalities in fighting, to take it out of the realm, like I was saying, the AD of just one particular discipline, because he didn't master that particular discipline. Now, somebody like Jet Li, Wushu, and that particular style, that's a discipline that he grew up in. So trying to get him to depart from that, it wouldn't be something where you would see him doing anything adaptable other than what he did. So that's his style. That's something that he was acculturated in, from young all the way up. Aside from him, sword style. Now they said in what was that movie, Fearless, that they put all martial artists, like they said Jet Li's never been in a movie doing a martial arts sequence against somebody who wasn't a martial arts master of some sort or some kind of world champion fighter.
But
That's crazy.
Jet Li was saying he turned down the Matrix because he didn't want to have his martial arts recorded.
Or
Yeah,
him fight to a stalemate with Keanu Reeves. No way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he felt like how dare you put me up against this Hollywood actor?
Yes.
I need to be
Right.
fighting real people, even though it's Hollywood.
Right.
That's interesting.
So this
That's
is
real.
how.
And he's a
This is
Taurus, so he was stubborn about it.
Now think about what that said, how courageous Bruce Lee was. He took something that was sacred science that had nothing to do with the world. There was something that was sacred to whatever particular school or discipline that was in and brought it out before the world, and then had the nerve to put it on camera. And then teach people, non-Chinese people, American people, you see what I'm saying, across the spectrum in regards to that. That was something that was very daring. And, I believe that has something to do with why he's not here.
Yeah, that's amazing you say that.
Because he had it. He sacrificed for it.
I was always into watching fighting movies, and even though like Marvel and stuff like that, even though it's all fantasy, I loved seeing the fight scenes, And at my family's house, my uncle was like, "Why do you like watching so much fighting?" I'm like, "Because this is a good representation of how life is. Like we're all fighting something, whether it's procrastination, whether it's ourselves, whether it's a job thing. There's always some type of battle going on in life." And to see the stoic mentality of a person who falls and gets up again, and I think it's necessary for every man, at least. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, this guy's a martial arts champion. That guy that in the picture you showed, everybody that was there, the swordsmen that he fought, like they were classical world champions in regards to whatever they used. That that big guy. He actually knocked that big guy out. That the wrestler.
Bolo.
Nah, the guy in Fearless, because AD has up Fearless right now. Like some of the one of the sequences. Everybody he fought them. So this guy, he got him with the swords. You see what I'm saying? Like that big bald head white dude that he fought, he knocked him out.
I never seen Fearless.
Yeah, they interviewed him and he was like, he's like, it was an honor to be knocked out by Jet Li. This is what the guy said.
For real.
He's like, yo, so the dude knocked him out. This guy, he knocked him out, AD. That big ass dude right there.
David and Goliath.
Out. Right. Knocked him out cold.
That's crazy.
So this is like all the behind the scenes stuff. I was obsessed with watching a lot of this behind the scenes stuff because that was the only way. So like Kiss of the Dragon, you know, when he fought that guy, the black dude, the baldhead guy, they said that he thought that the director said action and he grabbed the guy and pulled him across the table. And they just left it in the shot and just went with it. So it was, you know, instances like that. Again, on top of that, the same movie I told you that the people told him that they was going to kill him, they was going to lay him out, blah blah blah. So he's on edge every time he's on that, you know, on that camera because somebody was trying to hurt him, you know. And then that just made me think about Bruce Lee. Somebody was trying to hurt him on most of the sets, and he got hurt on a lot of the sets as well.
Yeah, I saw something that said about near-death experience.
That picture you showed with him with the cuts, Bruce Lee, he got cut. Those were real cuts.
You talking about the
Enter the Dragon?
Yeah, on his cheek and across his chest.
Because they look perfect. It looks like he got in a fight with a bear.
Yeah, he was cut. They cut him.
So wait, all of these are real cuts?
Yeah.
They're so symmetric, so I felt like, oh man. Damn, that's gotta hurt though.
You know?
Like nowadays, you can just apply, you know, makeup to make it look like that. But he was like really bleeding.
I guess
up
it
there.
proves that he did a lot of his own stunt work too.
Yeah.
So,
that's got to pump his adrenaline up too. To be sliced up like that and like in constant minor pain.
I wanted to see him fight Bolo. Because the guy that they had fighting Bolo would have never beat Bolo, and they didn't show him actually beating Bolo either. They just did some camera stuff to make it look like he got busy. And those two would have got down. That would have been good.
You talking about this guy?
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way to do that actually for him with the little fighting thing.
He looked like he on roids because it's not too common to have Asians be this this bulky, right?
Yeah, right. And you know, this is the first time we've seen Jim Kelly too. So Jim Kelly's in this movie as his premiere. This is his first movie. So he's in there, and then there's a guy that looks like Shona in that scene where he's walking through the dojo. As a matter of fact, the guy that I named that Bruce Lee studied, I told you, Steve Muhammad, he's in that film. He's in that scene. He's the teacher of the class. So if you remember this movie, you know, when they're showing how everybody came, you know, to Hong's Island, Jim Kelly has that scene right before where he fights the police outside of the dojo. Yeah, Bolo fights the other guy over there that's in the background. And it looked like they're about to face off, and then they don't fight. I was like, man, that's weird. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see it. You know, that's like one of the things. Like, yeah, I wanted to see it because I wanted to see it Jackie Chan and Jet Li fought in that movie. What is it? The Forbidden Kingdom or something like that. They fought to a stalemate because everybody wanted to see it.
Hmm.
It was interesting.
All right, let's talk about that. Go ahead, Priest.
Zodiac, Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy.
The series of Cos Zodiac. That's right there. Crazy.
Talk to us about none other than Chuck Norris.
Chuck was loud. I mean, got his neck broke.
Now they give him a lot of flack, but there wasn't too many people that beat him. There wasn't too many. Like, he was a real martial arts champion.
Yeah,
He beat a lot of people. He beat a lot of people. The guy that I mentioned, Grandmaster Steve Sanders back then, he beat him though. He beat him in the tournament. But these guys were tournament fighters, and the trouble with it is, just as much as we give Bruce Lee a lot of the props, there's a lot of people that didn't take a liking to him because they didn't. Because again, everybody's fixed in what they were doing. So, you got people that are martial artists, serious martial artists, and martial arts champions, and then here comes this guy saying can't nobody get him. I think Chuck was very respectful with his legacy, talking about this particular Coliseum fight. They fought, but I don't think that he would disrespect his legacy. I think he's too much of a gentleman, but he did say he couldn't have beat him, kind of slyly, not directly.
Yeah, me and Chuck got the same birthday. So people ask what my birthday is. I'm always like March 10th, same as Chuck Norris, and then I do some kind of weird pose that shows I really can't do any martial arts.
His son. his son's getting busy too. Chuck Norris, his son. So. And they said he's still at it. Chuck Norris is still at it. He's in the 70s now, still at it.
Yeah.
The Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef, he's still at it. He's in his 70s, going into his 80s, and he's still doing it. That was a guy who is responsible for Timac from The Last Dragon. Like, he was his teacher. And that's how The Last Dragon actually happened. Jim Kelly was the guy who was working with the Shonuff character, training him. And Ron Van Cleef was Timac's teacher in real life. So he made a cameo in the film. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that guy was not to be toyed with.
The Black Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch some of these movies.
I just sent you something, AD.
Yeah, I see it. You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up. It was like an interview he did. I wonder if no, I was born knows this cat right here. I showed Jizza this guy. He was like, "Yo, I missed this cat." Bill Superfoot. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Muhammad, he beat him too.
What?
He beat everybody. Yes. Steve Muhammad was no joke. Steve Muhammad was a bodyguard for the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and Wesley Snipes.
Crazy. Wesley was nice too then.
Yeah. So imagine if he needs a bodyguard and this guy's the bodyguard. Yeah, Michael Jai White doesn't get a lot of props either. Michael Jai White is a black belt in about 5 to 8 different martial arts. He's a dangerous guy. Very dangerous guy. He had got some flack, if y'all remember, for him saying that he he would have beat Bruce Lee in a fight. They were mad at him.
Yeah,
They were
no.
mad at him. They were mad at him for that.
Lord.
Wow.
I don't know that. I think this is the best fight.
Uh-oh.
You call him shaking over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys had a problem with Bruce Lee because they're in rings, they're in tournaments, they're risking their life, and they're like,
Right.
who's this guy getting all of this fanfare? What about us?
Right.
Yeah, you get
he's
hit.
getting-
You get hit the wrong way. You may not think straight.
Finish him.
Yeah, hold up.
Ooh. Oh shit! Was that legal?
Yeah, his kick was crazy.
It's the
wait,
70s.
it's kickboxing too, so my bad. Yo, cause like taking a punch with the arms compared to taking a kick from the strongest muscles in your body, your legs, it's gotta. Oh man, you can kick the hell out of somebody and like do some serious damage. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Good video.
All right, since his born day, definitely you gotta do this for his born day. Hey, Devs, I'll send you a jewel from the great Bruce Lee.
Oh, hold on. I have to turn the volume up on another. Here we go.
Don't think. Feel.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me try it again. Hold on, because the volume's down. Let me try this again.
It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory. Do you understand? Never take your eyes off your opponent, even when you bow. That's it.
So many jewels right there.
It is like a finger.
Come on.
Never take your eye off the opponent. That could be philosophical in a way too.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of his books.
Mm.
He has some amazing insight, with his philosophy. He's like fighter boxer and boxer fighter.
Mm. Y'all hear that? IAD played I don't hit, it hits.
The one you just sent?
Yeah, Bruce. It's nice that punch.
Oh, it's a good one. Hold on. Let me switch out of Instagram mode.
Level. Your skills are now at the point of spiritual insight. I have several questions. What is the highest technique you hope to achieve?
To have no technique.
Very good. What are your thoughts when facing an opponent?
There is no opponent.
And why is that?
Because the word I does not exist. Has to take responsibility for himself and to accept the consequences of his own doing.
I'm ashamed to tell you now. Among all the Shaolin men I have taught, there is one who has turned the ways of knowledge and strength to his own base ends. He has perverted all we hold sacred. His name is Han. In defiance of all our beliefs. He has brought disgrace to the Shaolin Temple. So, it is now for you to reclaim our lost honor.
Yes, I understand.
There's a man here. You will go to him.
Cool.
Fire, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that was from
Bruce's prime. His mind, his mind was there. Go ahead.
Into the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm just looking it up now, and it's available on Amazon Prime.
I should check his books out. I mean, his books gets into his philosophy. See, he had to sit still, and while he sat still, this is where he came with the philosophy. So by the time we got a chance to see this in the film, he had already started writing them in the books, because there wasn't the goal for the films was to drop little jewels to push you towards his writing. So he came with his philosophy, something that was, a central thing to knowing thyself. That's what, that age-old adage comes from: know thyself. Man, know thyself. So if you look at the martial disciplines from Into the Dragon all the way to the Last Dragon, and then Kiss of the Dragon, and then all of these things that will follow after, you see these philosophies playing out. And then, from some of the things not being shared to all of these things being shared, from Kung Fu, the TV show, where they would have little segments of, the master-student relationship as he recollected on his time in Shaolin, to, full out where there's explanation, and then the general public could glean from, 35,000 years of sacred wisdom. So this is how AD could be like, hey, Lao Tzu said, or Buddha said. These wasn't things that was out in the public.
Oh yeah, you heard when I say that?
Right?
So Lao Tzu.
Yeah, so these things were strict disciplines. That's, people's way of life. This is the way that they live. And so in their society, these are rules. So that's the joint in 36 chamber. He's like, how many times did you read the sutra? You're like, basically what you doing here, fam? Like, so this is why he had to recite, one of those rules, and he knew exactly what number to lead him to that particular space. He's like, all right, so what's number 13? You're like, oh, you gotta take responsibility. You see what I'm saying? So, that's like saying, have you not heard that your word shall be born, regardless to whom or what? So when he brought that into his material view, now we saw why he really went to the island. It wasn't on no other thing. He talked to this man and agreed to do that because that was his way in, but he knew he was on a mission because of his teachers. So it's just interesting to see that, play out in the way that it did.
All right, turn it up a notch. Go ahead, AD, play the next one.
You got another one? 1 second. Let me pull it up. Ooh.
That was boy. I like this one.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to those soon. Okay.
This is one of my favorites.
Here we go.
Police jumped out the tree on him and shit. He said, you want to battle? Jumped out the tree on his ass.
Watch the style in your own.
着好像不错嘛。
什么好像？根本就不错嘛。
你练的是什么拳呢？
自然拳。
什么叫自然拳呢？
嗨，说出来吓死你啊！自然拳是从宇宙万物画出来的一种拳术。
Oh, I'm getting a
I'm
getting a copyright notice on this one in particular for some reason.
Yeah, but they had that. What's they supposed to have that in his original tongue?
They called him Bruce Tree in the chat.
Yeah, Bruce Tree.
Bruce Tree.
Yeah, he was doing a nature fish, right?
Nature. Shout out to Cap Jones. He says, peace to the great knowledge born AD the controller and the goat Killah Priest. Love this vibe and martial arts build tonight, and all love to the Podcraft.
Peace. Word. Bruce Lee birthday, gotta do it.
Hybrid Cypher says, sample on snakes, old dirty Killah Priest, Buddha monk.
Yeah.
And Master Killer was on that joint.
Yeah.
Everybody went crazy on it.
Yeah.
Hybrid Cypher says, your kung fu cannot defeat me. Horse fist.
Bad. Leroy Brown, Brad's mother in the whole damn town. Better than the deep blue sea.
Danny Salinas says, can you play Kevlar Monk Maro music? 80 is Killah Priest Monk song. All right, at the end of the show, we got that queued up. Hybrid Cypher says, when you pour into a cup, the water becomes the cup.
Who said that?
Put it in the
Hybrid Cypher is quoting Bruce Lee
from that interview.
Yeah.
Put water in the cup, it becomes a cup. You put water in the bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in the teapot, it becomes.
Yeah, and that concludes the super chats for now.
All right, we got one.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to save this Danny Salinas submission. Okay, here we go. I think that's the one I just played. The Nature Fist, yeah. Yep. Man. That's cool.
Yeah, but I want them in English though.
Oh. Nature Fist.
Yeah, they used 3 remasters in the Wu-Tang Forever CD.
Nice.
Yeah, they revived Shaw Brothers films. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Shaw Brothers films, and
yeah, Shaw Brothers was fire. Go ahead, AD. I sent you one.
I see it.
Nice.
Like a mixtape. The beats are fire too.
Crazy.
He goes too far for one so young. Jumping. Yes, I'm here. Jumping. I thought you said you wanted to stay with me forever. That was before. I'm not so keen on following you around now. Why's that? You might be a famous fighter, but you're also cruel and hard-hearted. To maintain your reputation, you killed my father and my uncle, and now you want to kill me. But I don't want to kill you. Always be on the alert. You taught me all the rules, remember? Always be ready for deception. How can I trust you now?
Wow.
He told him to stay on point. You understand what I'm saying? Keep that out.
was dope to sound effects.
Yeah.
And they created every sound effect. They didn't have a machine. They made every. Now think about they shooting this fighting sequence with no sound, and then they had to come back in and lay the sound over it.
Yeah.
And wherever it was, they had to add a sound, and they had to make sounds.
Yeah, it's called Foley.
Crazy.
Got to go back and do Foley.
Two snakes from the grave. I wanted
Toasty.
to. What's that?
Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Noob Sabat on there. You get Noob Sabat on that chart.
Which one you want on there?
So, I mean, on that joint, that's where you get Noob Sabat.
Yeah, yeah. Someone was just. Yeah, let's see. Smash
Fatality.
Oh yeah, y'all killed me with that. It's nice.
Tiger style.
Tiger style. There it goes. I knew there was a Wu head. I knew there was a Wu head in there somewhere.
Which one was that one from?
That's Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, and we got a super chat from Kurt Gobang. He's asking us to play ODB KP Protect Your Neck. The reason why we can't play that is because there's copyright restrictions on that, and we'll risk losing this episode at least for a day if we play that. You know what I mean? Because YouTube will block it because that's a different label and all this stuff. We can't play that, but that's a great submission. You know what I'm saying?
Eagle Shadow. One part, we start doing the cat.
I did the top 5 Killah Priest album. AD, you trying to start some ruckus.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, you start. I think that's a whole ruckus segment. I think that's one of the fan favorites where that could be debatable.
Yeah,
amongst the people, you know.
That's why I put
coming with their top 5.
Yeah,
Killah Priest album.
In the comment section of that video, everyone put their top 5, which was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the top 5 according to ChatGPT.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, "Yeah, this is beef. This is beef right here. This is bad beef. It's gonna be bad beef." But I think it's beautiful because you can see where people come in. Like you can always go back. That's the beautiful thing about it. But wherever you are with your list, you see where you got hip to Priest. You see what I'm saying? Whatever dimension, time, space, wherever it is. You know, because everybody don't go back to heavy metal. Right. When I saw No Offering, I was like, what? All right. All right. I was like, this Chat GPT, this ain't even AD. I was like, I can't even say nothing to AD about this. I know this gotta be Chat GPT. This ain't AD right here.
Yeah. But that's why I had to add the part where it's like this is arguable and debatable as time goes on. Priest keeps making hit albums.
They made a good case though. They made a good case for each one. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like they put up something, lackluster.
Right.
Yeah.
Heavy Mental's always gonna be my number one. And then many of us who like longtime Priest supporters, but there are albums that would rival,
For me, my favorite is Lord's Son. Just because I like the vibe. I like the dark vibe.
See, Psychic World is a new Heavy Mental for those who come around that time. That Psychic World, that double CD, that brings that into a fold. that's a whole nother introduction of people that make them go back to everything that came before it. So, either you got people that are stuck, they're like, okay, heavy mention. It's like, oh, I didn't know he had other albums. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people that exist like that. Because 98 was so fucking crazy that people are stuck right there. That's a 25-year time span. And then when you look at the things after, maybe they might have got view from Masada. You see what I'm saying? They might have got Black August. They might have got Black August. But then that's up here off. So so you got revisited. See what I'm saying? You dealing with it in regards to how the discography goes or where you found it. Now, Psychic World makes that resurgence and it becomes critical because now people are listening to Psychic World and what's up versus what's back. But then being around long enough, they can always go back. They can go back. You see what I'm saying? And I think there's a circle around Rocket the Nebula, where that becomes another staple where people listen to that and go forward. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, like a circle. Yeah,
where people are. Yeah, where people are. So
you got your mantra. Yeah, Shroom, Mr. Universe.
And then even people with the last couple of albums, the last 4 albums, that's a space too. That's a different space. Even though it's the same priest, it's a different space. The last
extra rooms.
Right. People could get hip and come in, here and go all the way back and be like, I didn't know it was that many albums. Like, oh, I went back. Yeah. Going back forever. So I think that's interesting too.
All right, yo. You gotta be hype. For real.
Nice.
So
do we have another guest coming in, Priest, or are they coming at another time?
Nah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Ghost told me he was gonna come through. Let's see. And he out here. I'm out here with him. Hold up. Also, let me see if we around. Bear with.
Okay, I'm turning up the volume so people can hear Knowledge Born a little better.
Oh, they can't hear me?
Yeah, but that's probably on my end because one of the videos I was playing was loud as hell. Or it was low as hell, so I had to turn it all the way up. And then I had to drop it all the way down.
Treat. Anytime he come through.
Yeah. Okay, Stranger says, slam the mic, turn into the serpent, open the curtains and saw things he couldn't interpret. Priest, it's over.
Yeah. Doom, 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 yeah. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, that was 2 girls in the beginning. Everybody think that was kids. Word. It's over. Did it right at the spot.
Nice.
That's all in the documentary.
I put the links to the movies of Bruce Lee in the description, so y'all can go direct to that, and also a link to the books.
Yeah, get the books. I mean, the movies are good to try to illustrate so you can see certain aspects of it, the techniques and things like that. But his philosophy is far greater than what was relegated to the screen. And he was ahead of his time with a lot of the things that were there that Hollywood wasn't ready for, but wound up doing later. So the things that they didn't do with him, they wound up doing with David Carradine, they wound up doing with Donnie Yen, they wound up doing with Jackie Chan and Jet Li, and so many others in regards to what they were afraid to bet on. Like that TV show, that Kung Fu series that was 3 seasons, made David Carradine respect martial arts enough to go study martial arts. He was a ballet dancer the entire time, similar to Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme was a ballet dancer too. So they wound up taking martial arts after, to in an ode to the art, to respect of the discipline. There's a movie called The Circle of Iron. In the 70s, it was called The Silent Flute. It really gets, deep. If y'all were looking for something to go into Bruce Lee's, philosophies in a deeper manner. One of his students is in the film. David Carradine's in the film as well.
Nice. That's what's up. Yo, we got a full moon tonight. You know about that?
What, Gemini?
Yes,
Is
sir.
It the full moon is Gemini?
It's a good thing you're here, man. It's the moon's in your energy.
And they called me. They sent me a text from the moon like, yo, full moon is Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that Flash joint, I wanted to talk to you one of these days about the Flash movie. I really love the Flash movie, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, that was interesting, that Flash movie.
Especially in this season. This is a holy day season. And what I wanted to say was celebrate your family, celebrate your loved ones. The time that you have with them is precious. Like, I know there's a lot of stuff. Everybody's woke nowadays, so they're bashing, holidays and celebration. Like, your family members, I'm telling you, it's priceless. I promise. Any one of us who lost a loved one, you lose a parent, you lose a mother, father, brother, sister, whoever it is. I promise, whatever y'all were arguing about, whatever y'all was bickering about, it's not that important. It won't be that important. If you don't see them no more, you can only see them in your dreams and in your visions and in your meditations and in your memory. I promise nothing was worth whatever it was. And then you'll plague yourself with the kind of guilt of things that was left unsaid. So honor your family.
Yeah, you got to do your very best with them right now. So
you go there to your family's crib and all that, and they got the Christmas tree up. So what? You understand what I'm saying? So what, man? Go be with your family. Go be with hug on your family, love on your family, share some things with them, ask them some questions, ask some things that you wanted to know about them that you never knew. Get their perspective, get their experience, and likewise, share your perspective, share your experience.
I used to drive my parents crazy and be all like, yo, this Christmas tree, it's a pine tree. It represents the pineal gland and the stars. I started saying too much, and it was overwhelming for them. They were like, wow, what? And then I realized, you know what? Never mind. It's cool. Let's just have a good time. You know what I mean? I try to leave the esoteric stuff at home because it's like, when you're with family.
They'll watch you. They'll listen to you, AD. They'll appreciate you more than they'll ever say. So they'll take it, because it's you. And because you have an interest in it, and then they'll start to look at how you live. What you say and what you do, if they're congruent, somebody will see it. They'll pick up on it. You see what I'm saying? And they'll start.
I get my charger.
Yeah, but love your family, man.
Always come bearing gifts.
Hey, be there with your family. Be present in the moment. Be present as much as you can in the moment. Because once you don't see them no more, you're gonna be wishing you had it. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how many times I dream about something. I pick up my phone about to call my mother and I can't. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let these holiday seasons get crazy. You get the blues. A lot of stuff start happening. Life too short and it's too precious, man. And your family is you. Your family is you. That's you. So deal with that. I know Bruce Lee's daughter, what's her, Shannon Lee? I know she, her, and it's just her now. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think Brandon was her only sibling. You know what I mean? So she got to go through it this day, thinking about what she lost versus what she gained. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of put all that stuff together and just being mindful of the things that's important. A lot of this stuff ain't important. That's one of the things I took away from the Flash film, was because he was willing to do everything that he did to have his mother back in his life. And for the moments that he had his mother back in his life, he went through everything, every possible scenario, and he was stuck in that time loop.
Yeah.
Instead of living his life, he was stuck in that time loop, trying to find a way to bring his mother back and to free his father. So it wasn't just he was stuck in the past. He was trying to undo the past to protect his future. Instead of living.
I just didn't like the writing in which, you know, you don't want to see the superhero lose. You know what I mean? I get if they get knocked down or if, you know, they have a minor setback, but to see a loop over and over of Batman, you know, and the girl dying in some way, it's like, oh, this is hard to watch. You know what I mean? Because you want to have faith in the protagonist.
That was the deepest lesson. There was nothing that he could do to stop anything. He was trying his hardest. This is why he was there, to undo these things that happened. And he's taking it upon himself, like, I could do this. I can change this. And you can't change it. And his friend explained it to him. Like, his friend, remember, he watched his mother and his father get killed in front of his face. He was like, wouldn't you want to save your mother and your father? He's like, yo, I've been there already.
Same premise. It's the same Batman story, too. It's the same Batman story.
So this is Batman talking to him, like, striving his best, like, yo, be present now. Like, even when he went back to the past, the spaghetti analogy that Batman did, in regards to, we look at time as linear, like, nah, it's all interconnected. Everything's connected like the spaghetti. You see what I'm saying? So he was bringing it back in regards to the synapses. Look at your mind. Look at your brain. Look how everything's interconnected. Look at your cells. Look at your body. Everything's interconnected. So you changing something here, you know, as wise as he was, as smart as he was, there was things that you couldn't undo. So that final stage of grief that they call acceptance, this was something that he accepted.
Isn't it weird, though, that they're kind of mimicking Marvel with the multiverse thing? You know what I mean? It's like, wait, Marvel kind of did that. And the fact that they were trying to, you know, do it a different way every time in the loop, that's kind of what Doctor Strange did in his mind when he was meditating, and he found that one way.
Right.
You know, it's just very similar. It just seems like sometimes DC is copying Marvel.
Remember, we talked about it, right? When we were talking about the multiverse, I said that the only way that they could remain competitive, when we talking about Spider-Man in particular, was for them to do something like that, like they did with Spider-Man and in the multiverse, you know, that Long Way Home. And then when I saw Flash, and I was like, okay, this is kind of similar. They're gonna have to do this. You know what I mean? I think it was interesting that they had Supergirl over there, and they had everybody in a fit in regards to how they could be controlled by their emotions. Like, your emotions was getting the best of you, and this was something like she fought Zod because of Kal-El. You see what I'm saying? Like, what did you do to him? Like, oh, he's dead. Like, all right, so I'm gonna use this against you because I'm not gonna have you in this space where you can defeat me. I'm going to have you in a space where you're succumbing to your emotions, and that's what I'm going to use to destroy you. So ultimately, Flash didn't destroy them. They destroyed themselves as representations of him. And the person who was trying to stop him from that loop was himself, because himself was already on the other side. Like, look, there's nothing we could do about that. And ultimately, the younger aspect of himself sacrificed himself so he could get out of that loop.
Yeah. It was kind of cool seeing all those cameos, though, and them showing all the different multiverses, which also was done in Marvel with the Spider-Man, and seeing the three different Spider-Man universes come together into one. Like, I love that. So I think they were kind of milk the nostalgia, so to speak, with all the cameos, and that was cool. I liked seeing Batman kick ass, because when Batman showed his first fight scene and it was Michael Keaton, it brings you back to the original Batman with Danny Elfman and and all that. But it was good to, like I said, the choreography is what I like, and it's like seeing Batman have some moves, throw the Bat Star, do this, boom, 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 boom. Like, I love seeing the protagonist win and just kick ass. You know what I mean? And I know it goes against, the hero's journey has to have a fall and everything, but part of me
Ben Affleck They did,
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And they did George Clooney. You see what I'm saying? Like it was so perfect with how they did the right mix. Like they had the old Supermans. You see what I'm saying? They had the Lois and Clark Superman. It was so crazy looking at all of the adaptations of how much content was made and created over the years.
Yeah.
To be able, like in a blink of an eye, like if you weren't there, you wouldn't know what that was. But if you were there, it was kind of crazy.
Mhm.
So I think that they touched on it with the Spider-Mans, and then they did it as best as they possibly could, because that was a main attractor for the Spider-Mans that they did with this Flash. Like, it was nostalgic, like you were saying, like just watching it, you'd be like, oh man, damn, this, that. So when they brought back what was my man name? Willem Dafoe, his character in the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he did that laugh. I said, oh shit, this changed everything. It kind of separated the movie theater between whose Spider-Man they were rooting for. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they went back to the early 2000s Spider-Man versus the guy that was in the middle, and then, the guy that was on the screen, everybody picked their Spider-Man. So it's like, all right, it's the same thing, with the Batmans. It was pretty interesting to see.
Did you see the cameo of Nicolas Cage as
Yes,
Superman?
being Superman.
But not
Yeah.
everybody knew that there was a time when Nicolas Cage was going to be Superman. So it took a bunch of like YouTube fan theory type sites to like learn that, because it's like all of a sudden you're watching, it's like, why is Nicolas Cage in here? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, he's not very Superman like, But
Yeah,
once you learn the
Adam
story,
Westenberg wore it too.
yeah,
Sophia was saying something like that for the Matrix. She said they had him in that movie too, and John Wick. They said he was a character, John Wick, but he was in the Matrix. Like, whoa!
Wasn't Will Smith supposed to be in the Matrix?
Yeah, he was supposed to be Neo.
What?
You didn't know that?
He was supposed to.
Nah, this is new to me.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Neo. Yeah, he was supposed to be
Wow.
and he turned it down for Wild Wild West.
Oh no, man! Wild Wild West wasn't even that good, man. Oh, that was a bad move. Will Smith not making the right moves, man.
Well, he wound up playing Hancock later on. So
okay, yeah, Hancock was good, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, he was great. Go ahead. It worked for Keanu because you're thinking John Wick, so you're already used to seeing. But look at this fan photo manipulation as if it was Will Smith. It would have still been cool to see Will Smith, because I'm thinking of like Men in Black. He was.
Aaliyah was supposed to be in the Matrix. There was a couple of people that were supposed to be in the Matrix. Aaliyah got replaced with Nona Gay, Marvin Gaye's daughter.
Now, how ironic! Jada Pinkett made it into.
Yeah, Aaliyah.
In Matrix.
Aaliyah played in one of my favorite, the vampire movie, Queen of the Dance. Yeah.
I didn't want to say her name because I was trying to keep her name out my damn mouth.
Who?
Jada Pinkett. I was trying to keep his wife's name out my mouth.
Tupac.
Yeah.
She went crazy. She jumped all the way out the window, huh?
Just call it Niobe.
Yeah, Niobe.
Right. Yeah, she was in there. Yeah.
She was cool. She did a good job. I liked her role, but in the latest one, they made her character a little bit weird.
Not a little bit. A lot of weird.
Yeah, in the latest.
A lot of weird on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, no doubt. Okay. All right. Yeah. But I think they offered Sophia Stewart some money. They tried to lowball her again for that. If y'all read her Matrix 4, that Matrix 4 would have been crazy to see that in the movies. To see that in the movies?
Mm-hmm.
She reunites both of the series back together. So we get Matrix and Terminator, and we get the scientists who taught Morpheus and all of them. Everybody comes back together. And, they show it all like a dream. I think that they tried with her concept to make it seem like it was a dream, but they're they're all blue pilled now. You see what I'm saying? Like, so they're trying to, but
how ironic is that?
Captain Moss wasn't asleep. She was awake the whole time. She was waiting on Neo. He thought he had to go save her. And she was there saving him the entire time. Just like she was from the beginning.
Hybrid Cypher says the Cage Superman was a Kevin Smith and Tim Burton film. Huh. Nicolas Cage. The Nicolas Cage Superman was a Kevin Smith and Tim Burton film. I wouldn't have been able to get over his voice, like, hello, I'm Superman.
Exactly.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Nicolas Cage almost sounds like Keanu. Hello.
Yeah. That's similar right there.
Damn. This has been Movie Review.
Yeah, I don't get busy. He get busy. He did like majority of all of the stunts and all of that. Like, to still be doing that. In essence, that was the gun kata, on another level. The gun kata was earlier on in what's my movie right there? Equilibrium.
I haven't seen that yet.
You never saw it?
Nah, see, there's movies I haven't seen, and Equilibrium is one of them.
I was wondering, we got to do a movie night.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can play some flicks where we don't get in trouble?
No, unfortunately, no. If we play any movies out on a YouTube stream, they're gonna not only flag us, but they can shut down the whole stream.
You gotta film it, right?
Yeah.
There's gotta be some way.
We can do a commentary on it.
Yeah, commentary reaction.
Like Watch Mojo does. We can do a commentary on it. It may not be monetized, which isn't a big deal, but it would be able to be played. We'd be able to show clips.
Cover Boy said there's a new Exorcist.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I didn't see that. Is it out?
I don't know.
That movie tripped me out, yo.
I'll be back in 1 minute. I'll be back.
Yeah, I saw 10. Saw 10 was crazy. I'm a Saw fanatic. So.
Oh yeah, Saw, right? So, yeah. Tied up. What's the name? Exorcist got me. But Saw was crazy.
The original Exorcist was nuts.
The original Exorcist, yo, blew me away.
So he came downstairs walking on her hands and shit through the joint, like.
Blew me away, yo. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, I didn't even know they had. Yo, that was the scariest flick. I didn't know everybody bit off that. It just bit off that.
Yeah, that was the scariest joint. That joint
Emily Rose.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was all right though. So that one got me on the crazy tip. Because unlike Jason, he was running. Jason and they just walked, but he actually cranked the joint. He was running through trees.
Had to be super strong.
Yeah.
Like, you could pull a chainsaw on the move, like.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And swinging it?
Yeah, and swinging it.
Shock you, KP, fanny pack. Somebody said I got a fanny pack. Play it up.
Somebody was talking about Saw. Saw don't have me going crazy over Saw. Saw was like the Twilight Zone in the movie.
Killed it. I know which one you talk about. The one that they was all stuck inside that. They was like in a can. It was a philosopher. Yo, I was just thinking that it was a clown.
Right.
And that's crazy. That song was yeah. That was yo. What was the name of that Twilight Zone? They couldn't get out. There was no walls. They were just sitting in there.
Right. And they was in a toy box, a little girl toy box or something like that.
Yeah.
It made it seem like they.
That's exactly what the song was.
They did the Toy Story shit off of it, like kind of like they did Toy Story based off of that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
because
So,
the clown was the killer in the Saw, but they had the clown inside the trap in the Twilight Zone.
right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
crazy. The philosopher, the book, and it was a toy. A girl. The girl was the twirling, the
Right.
twirling mannequin. Yeah,
Ballerina, yeah, something like that.
yeah, the
Dancer.
ballerina,
Yeah.
and the ballerina, the clown. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
It
Yeah,
was, man.
shout
Yeah,
out to Solo Fat.
Rod
Huh?
Serling was ahead of his time with what he was doing. You know, like he was showing the society and how they would morph into it. You know, if you remember Equilibrium was loosely based off of the obsolete man from the Twilight Zone. You remember obsolete? This man is
Yeah.
obsolete. So they was marking people for deletion. See what I'm saying? Like that society that was the obsolete man was, you know, a backdrop
Oh, I
for
gotta see it. Equilibrium now.
Yeah. Sense offending, like you get killed for feeling. Or anything that would elicit feeling. So music, poetry, books, they was burning all of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you in that kind of society.
I gotta see that one. I gotta see. Wait a minute. I think I remember Equilibrium.
Yeah, you did. I'm sure you
They
did.
all had suits on. It was almost like
Yeah.
yeah. I gotta see that one. Yep. I always wanted to see it.
They had to
They
take
time
they had
travel.
to take a jab every day, every day, around the same time of the day. They all had to take a jab in order to not feel.
Ooh. Yo, I gotta wake up. Yo, we gotta see that. Yep. Equilibrium. Limitless.
Oh, Limitless, yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Limitless is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, they wound up doing a limited series on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like
It had
Really?
a cameo too with the main actor,
right.
Wow.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. Christian Bell. It's another one he played in it.
That's the whole Dark Knight series right there. And he played in the joint with the Prestige.
Yeah, the Magic. Yep. There's
He played in
one.
the Magic joint with him and Hugh Jackman. And that's the first time him and the guy that played Alfred was on the screen together before the Dark Knight.
Right. Wow. Yo, we got to see Equilibrium. Ibris said I was going to play the child in Equilibrium. Nearly did.
Crazy.
Oh, what? He's an actor?
That's crazy. Yeah, he's in the UK.
Wow.
That's deep right there.
Shout out to Hybrid. You an actor?
What was the other joint?
Wow.
Remember the 5th of November. What was the joint? V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah. And then the Kings named themselves after that.
Yep. I made that logo for them too, with the Vendetta logo.
Right. That's another movie I didn't see yet.
It's cool.
What about the New World Order Illuminati?
Yeah.
Black Mirror came and kind of took everything out of the game. Black Mirror, it's like the new Twilight Zones. Because the Twilight Zones that, what's my man, Jordan Peele's doing, they were kind of trash to me. I only watched them because they was Twilight Zone. But they wasn't good. They weren't good at all. Yeah, I think after Rod Serling, the best host for the Twilight Zone series was Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker, he embodied Rod Serling. And I thought that, Jordan Peele's demeanor kind of gives me that Rod Serling space, but the shows, they weren't good. I didn't see one that was good at all.
You saw I know you saw Get Out.
Of course.
Did you see Nope?
Yes.
How was that?
I want my time back. That's what I was watching. That's what I was saying when I seen it. I was like, nope.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hard for me. Somebody else might have liked it. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
They're going back to Mad Max and Red Dawn. Mad Max and Red Dawn was it. The original Red Dawn. Even though the remake wasn't that bad, it wasn't the original, but it was. Now Us was trippy. Get Out. Us, I think that was pretty good, but nope, wasn't. I don't know what they was trying to do. No. I don't know what they was trying to do. No.
Did you see Keanu? The kitten?
Mojito. That's the only
Yeah.
part, you know.
That's
Mojito.
funny.
Okay.
No, man. I love Key and Peele. I think Peele is a genius. They're both genius.
It's like
I wish we could watch their skits all day on the
Mad
show.
TV. Yeah, like Mad TV era versus the Living Color era, Saturday Night Live era. It's a lot. It's a different kind of humor, sick humor.
Hybrid says original called Librium. Yeah, child actor. Gladiator 2. What? That's cool, man. We got an actor in the house. I'm sure he feels good that the strike is over.
That was wild. Yeah, pay people what they worth, man. Like if you're benefiting on such this high scale from what they write, you know, pay them what they're worth. Invest in them.
Man. Well, I don't know what happened to Priest. He might be joining again soon.
So your thoughts on the Flash movie, other than you didn't want the protagonist to die, it was hard for you to see.
I just didn't like that kind of writing. Do you know what I mean? I'm spoiled. Like, I'm coming from the Marvel world. I always like to see the winners win, you know, even though, like, on Endgame, you know, what happened at the end happened. I knew that that was a cliffhanger and they were going to come back and, like, destroy Thanos in some way. But even that, like, I didn't like seeing Thor all fat and everything. Like, I want to have faith in the main character. Do you know what I mean? It's just like rooting for anybody, or rooting for a boxer, or rooting for a team. You want to see them kicking ass, you know? And I know it goes against the formula for stories, but maybe it's just the dopamine response I get from just seeing somebody kicking ass. It's the same thing when you watch wrestling back in the day. We all know it's fake, but we want to see our favorite guy win. And we want to see some moves that are just like, oh, yeah. It's another reason why, you know, I was a diehard Mayweather fan. Because I saw him winning and winning and winning and winning. And some people hated him for that, but I loved Mayweather for that. Because it showed how he was a master of his craft. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's inspiring to me. So I always was like going for Mayweather when he was boxing. Because I knew he was going to win every single time. Every single time. And I like to see the good guy win all the time. So when I see like a character, a protagonist, you know, getting beat up or dying or losing, even if it's on a, you know, another universe, it's kind of weird. Have you seen Loki?
Yes.
The latest episode of Loki?
Not the latest, but I watched it.
Oh yeah,
I watched it because you said I had to watch it. So
man,
I had to get hip to some, you know.
It's so good. And this is what they're saying is saving Marvel right now, is this Loki series, because they just had the season finale. Yeah. It's worth it. I'm not gonna give anything away, but man, they make it look epic, and it's exactly what I wanted to see. You know, it's just you see the triumph. Like I said, I don't want to give it away, but I love what they did, and like I'm a huge fan of the music. You know, I'm all about the energy I'm getting from the whole scene. Cinematography is really important to me. The feeling of the music and stuff like that. I love the full-on production. And man, the people who did Loki did a good job. But you got to see that. That's a must.
I'm a villain guy. You know, I'm a
Oh yeah,
villain
you like the
guy.
villains, right? I feel you.
I love the villains. So see, you got a different reaction. So seeing Batman and them die,
Yeah.
it made me happy.
Really?
It made me happy. Yeah.
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah, like I loved it. I was like, oh yeah, oh they're gonna show it again. Oh yeah, there's nothing he could do. Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
it's like it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's a beautiful thing to see it because I, I grew up on GI Joe and all of that. I wanted Skeletor and all of them to win. At least one. I don't care. If the next episode they lose, they won. So seeing Thanos win
Yeah.
for a moment, hey, I'm like, yeah, this is beautiful. But look at what he sacrificed.
I'm with that. Yeah.
Like the guy sacrificed his own daughter. She's like, I know you can't be crying for me. He's like, these tears aren't for me, they're for you. Like, I'm like, shit. I'm like, the world doesn't stand a chance. Whatever mission he was on, the world doesn't stand a chance because he sacrificed that which was close to him, to do what he needed to do, and he did it.
Yeah.
It's always those scenes where the villains they have an edge for a moment, but like you said, most of the people they root for the hero, but the hero and the villain is subjective.
Yeah, because in many ways the villain becomes the underdog.
Yeah, the villain doesn't come out of nowhere. They're created, one and the same.
Yeah.
They're created one and the same.
In my world, if I was writing the movies, Thor would just be godlike, undefeated at any time, says no one can get him. Thor just dominates the whole thing, and it's like, Iron Man's doing his best because he's human, but at the end of the day, Thor comes in with his freaking hammer and just like, and there's many scenes like that in Marvel and everything. I love that. But what's interesting is, there's debate on who's the most powerful, and the Scarlet Witch, that Scarlet Witch has got powers. And some argue that she's the most powerful next to Miss Marvel, but Miss Marvel's kind of like, what's going on here? She's like so super.
Yeah. That Scarlet Witch was no joke. I was rooting for her.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, Ted, fuck him up. She asked y'all nice. All right, let's go. Let's get busy. All right, kill everybody. Let's go. She got busy, and she made it look fly.
You talking about Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
That was dope.
She got busy.
I was still on her side with that though, because I didn't know who these Illuminati members were.
Right.
It was cool seeing Captain Marvel's ex-girlfriend up there as the new captain.
Right.
No, Captain. The Captain. Captain
Right.
America. That was interesting.
Then they did the what's my man name? Charles Xavier. You know what I'm saying? Like they did all of the stuff you wanted to see. It was cool. I saw all of them get decimated. It just made my day.
Yeah.
For me.
What up, Crip Jesus?
It's like Batman got his back broke. You know what I'm saying? Got
Yeah.
his back broke. It made my day. I think I watched that scene probably like 80 times in a row straight.
It's funny you say that. Someone else in the chat was like, yeah, I don't like Batman either. Oh, Solar Fact says he hates Batman. I like Batman, but when he's Michael Keaton. He just seems like a better Bruce Wayne because he's got those eyebrows that look like a bat.
Yeah, I can't. We can't mess with nobody who just wrote to the police and they enable him. Like that's too much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Clooney being a Batman. I don't think he's too suave. He's too playboy.
They tried. I mean, you have to. It's either that or you got some Buster up there trying to play him. So it's one or the other. It's a mix in between. So who's a better Bruce Wayne versus who's a better Batman? It's kind of hard to have them in between. Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer was dope.
There.
He's
there.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, so
but Val Kilmer has a disease in real life though with his throat, like a throat cancer. Top Gun's another movie. I hate how they killed off Val Kilmer in Top Gun, but that's a whole other story.
But the son came back.
The son, yeah,
the new one.
Yeah, the son.
Yeah. So it works.
It works.
That guy never goes.
Yeah, I get it. It's cool.
Yeah, Val Kilmer was that dude in Heat too.
Mm.
That old movie Heat. That was the first time we saw Al Pacino and Robert De Niro on screen together. That wasn't the first movie they were in together, but it was the first time they were on screen together. And they did a couple of joints after that. Righteous Kill was pretty good too.
Crip Jesus, you having problems with audio? Because we see you, but we can't hear you. I don't know if you're on a laptop or a phone. But it helps to use headphones. You know what I'm saying? But I talked to Priest. We're going to go to the music here pretty soon. So I assume you can hear us, Script Jesus. But we can just go ahead and keep it moving for now. What you think, Knowledge Born? You ready for the music?
Yeah, I want Crypt Jesus get his shit together, man. Come on, fam.
Give him a few seconds while I get things ready here. We're about to do song promotions. Let's see what we got. What day is today? The 27th?
How many submissions we got? 60? 65?
No. I gotta check the confirmations here. Okay, we got 4 so far. So yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right. So let's get right to it. Hold on, we got some newcomers here. All right, let's go. All right. Let's see. Crypt Jesus might be coming back here soon. Here we go. Time for song promotions. Let's go.
Song promotions.
Yeah. All right, let's go. First up, we got a track submission from Yutham from Toronto. The song is called Lycan. All right, it's on SoundCloud. And here we go.
They said they wanted the old Yutham. Well then. Yo, the soul Lycan started the feel for the Midas. Open doors for me without Jack. I'm still shining a pillar of prominence. Multiple versions resonated, shape shifting. I can make any body glow. Fluorescent showing you the fluorescence. I be thinking, oh my god, is this just the natural law? Seen snakes get the bag, one line seemed to rip off. Always seems to be a struggle keeping it together. Apache chief, birds of a feather made the crown for me. I was used to rocking my enemies till there's no ground beneath. Make you think you got the life till I dang immortality. Ears are ringing, I wonder what tonight is. I can make the blind see and point, say go find it. Thinking cold under pressure, you stun go down, man. Thinking I've lost it till I waste time going hyperbolic. Always the frail one with middle fingers up, never fucked. Always a bird-ass decoy, I'm screaming, yo duck. There's power in these words, why I never used to say much. Wise man say nothing, I know better. Passion to these pages looking like blood letters, pouring my heart out. Thought you knew better, I'm too cold. There's no why in you unless you Inuit, not here for the clowns. You see me talking about diamonds, thinking about the timing, thinking about the driving, thinking about the mileage, thinking about my shit high res, picture perfect paintings portraying proper proportions. I line up sonically through the distortion, finding all beauty in what looks morbid. Shit, I've been locked in more than loving COVID. You know what I'd say? Breathe, but there's no room for me. Fuck skeletons, I'm elephants. You gotta see to believe. It's just the elegance. This first death note, funny how I'm elegant. Only start to say sharp, I'm hearing shuriken. You know what? Fuck that shit, giving y'all wordplay, don't even know what it meant. Making all those off-put feelings your best friend. Old stove, them second burners, my next trend. Yeah. Let's get it. My legends went from driveways to airplane hangars. Oh man, spare me. Like doppelgangers, always told proper manners. Now I'm dropping all these bangers. Poke fun with stainless steel to become a copper dagger. It's just the way we change. Took sand from Persia trying to go against the grain. Time out, I die, come back. Oh, I gotta see your face. Now it's timeless, priceless, the shit that I made. This just training day. Forgive me if you feel the fade. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
At Arizona State
right.
University, we've made online education better.
Nice. That was cool. I like his cadence. I like the way he was like passionate about it, and the rhythms he was using. He's a spitter. That was cool. I dig it. And the beat itself was with that piano. It's kind of creepy. I think it's cool. What you think?
Yeah, I was loving that dark piano, and the beat was slapping hard. That's why I had to make sure I hurry up and got back. I'm like, I gotta let him know. Who was that?
So that was
Trip Jesus in this motherfucker.
That was a new submission from Yutham, and it was called Lycan.
Yeah, that was hot. I could tell that was a new type of energy. I haven't heard that. Like that was a whole different vibe.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Knowledge?
That's one for the villains right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mum Raw, the ever living, you know what I'm saying, to come in there like that with the ominous feel. Undertaker was one of my favorite wrestlers, believe it or not. And he was telling the story on how he became the Undertaker. And this kind of reminded me of it. You know, the name of the track is Lycan, so you know that's the werewolf kind of energy. So, you know, he putting it together in that space. And the Undertaker said that Vince McMahon called his phone and said, "Is this the Undertaker?" And that's how he became the Undertaker. Because before that, he was wrestling on WCW, and he basically said that he was running a mill over there, and they wasn't going to give him no pay bump. So it was like, you should try out the WWF. And he went to Vince's house, and Vince wasn't impressed with him. But then he called him one day on the phone and said, "Is this the Undertaker?" And he's like, "Yes, this is the Undertaker." And he became the Undertaker based off of that phone call. So if he'd have been like, "Cool," we would have never heard of him. So this kind of, space it put me in that ominous, okay, resurgence of what it is. This is what it felt like. You know what I mean? Like the first time we saw Undertaker coming to the ring with that crazy ass piano playing in the background, you like, it was it. It was it right there. And I know you liked it. Once I heard him spit, I was like, AD gonna love this because it was raw. Anything was raw that's raw, it's like, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's raw.
Just going
he
in.
had that balance though too. He had style with it. It wasn't just like just trying to sound like some RA the Rugged Man type, you know what I mean? He was like going in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it going. Next now, we've got an artist named
You gotta
Sin.
have some style and grace with it too, you feel me?
Yeah.
Sin 711 from New York to Florida. The song is called OVOLOSO. Let's go. Hold up, let me switch it up. Going into YouTube mode. Well, that was unorthodox. That was interesting. I can hear an artist doing something on that. It would be something very creative. What you think?
I think it's perfect for a soundtrack. Maybe like a scene walking through the rainforest or something. But to be honest, like just as a rapper, I wouldn't know where to begin or where to end on that one. Like the drums is kind of all over the place. Like, you know how sometimes Killah come with something very avant-garde, may not even have any drums, but it's still kind of like a set pace. You kind of see what I'm saying? Maybe it's a bell or the strings hidden a certain way. It seemed like he went out his way to make it kind of like a jazz type of feeling where it's just kind of like all over the place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But as an instrumental, just alone, yeah, I would smoke some weed and listen to that all day.
All right.
It's like the Andre 3000 joints up.
Yeah. What you think, Knowledge?
Multi-purpose right there. Multi-purpose. Like you said, soundtrack, video game. I love the versatility of the art because they're using music to promote and push everything. I wanted to see a bad scene in a movie with, some straight beat down or somebody getting, shanked up. What's that new movie? Scream. It's a Scream 7 coming out next year. So
a Scream 7? I mean, yeah. I only watched it because it had Jenna Ortega. But they're just so cheesy. It's like for the kids. It's like a teenage horror movie. It's like they're stabbing each other. Like,
were you a teenager when it came out?
I mean, I guess I was, yeah. But like now that I'm older, it's like, man, this is trash.
I love it. I love how they develop in the story. I love how they have some kind of commonality, common thread where they connect and everything. Like this is, it's a slasher, kind of thing, but it's really they're giving it more depth. I don't think that they expected it to last this long, so I think they're putting more layers in there. You've seen the last one; they connected them all together, so there's a story there. And then they made their own offshoot of the movie inside the movie. It's like, oh yeah, this is related to, this person survived this, or this one was so they have an inner story where they have it, connected to the story on the outside. So I think it's pretty good.
The very first one was good.
Yeah.
I like that very first one with the girl that was in E.T. What's her name? Drew Barrymore.
Right.
Yeah.
That one was good.
So
what
I'm
happened
thinking,
to her, man?
This is the girl in the movie that's like the winner. I think Freddy and Jason, like the Nightmare on Elm Street and the Jason series and Michael Myers series, kind of gave that light. It wasn't something that was. I don't think it was done like that before that, where the women could kill Michael Myers or Freddy or Jason or something like that. Like all the dudes didn't stand a chance. It's kind of interesting that they put that in the Scream space too as well, something like that. Or the dudes are like they're on the inside, they're like some kind of double agent type situation.
Yeah.
So this beat had brought all of that out. You see what I'm saying? It's something I wanted to see in regards to that. I think they was listening. I don't know how they listened in time. This ominous shout out to the villains. Old I did at the end, but I appreciate it.
There you go. Let me see. Let me just update this real quick. All right.
I saw people in the comments saying it was fire. They was ready to spit a 16. I'm super curious. I want to if y'all pull that off, please send it back in so we can hear it because I don't remember where to begin or end on that
one. I don't think you're applying yourself, Chris. Jesus, what you say? I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey.
I mean, I am, kind of traditional LA, Crip, whatever. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Badass. It's his birthday today too.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah, Badass.
Yeah, Badass.
All right. This next submission is by FG Postmortem from Long Island, New York, and Orlando, Florida. The name of the song is called Moonbeams, produced by smuv. Or is it smuv? SMUV. He says, peep the moonbeams, who be like watah? Bruce Lee. Here we go.
FG ain't shit for that. You know you ain't shit for that, FG.
Is this thing on? The thing recording? Look.
Yeah. Peep the moonbeams, who be like watah? Bruce Lee. Paint a starry night on a piece of loose leaf with the bars I write for your news feed. Don't lose sleep now, be well rested. Working the PM shift into the AM. Get up early with the instant coffee and proceed with caution, with rhymes that's flawless. Have you like all shit when y'all hear the punchlines. Fucking $80 hoes that look like Ice Spice. Call me a munch, but the coochie monster stunt. Who do more tricks than stunt doubles. Under the moonbeams, that's cool light. It could be April 1st, but this fool's right. On the money, but the price ain't right. That Bob Barker toothpaste don't keep your teeth white. Feeling docile and pacified by the fluoride. The more I share it, the more stairs I get calcified. Post-mortem of poltergeists who don't know how to die. Feeling lonely on the top of the mountain climb. They still think he insane from the formaldehyde. But spend more money getting drunk every week all the time. Peep the moonbeam, this isn't moonshine. The beat puts me in a good mood. Hi, how y'all doing? Fine. Funny cause that was the only time she lied to me other than being on the phone line. With her man locked up, couldn't confirm or deny. The moonbeam used to wake me up next to her at night. Roll over with my head between her thighs. Midnight snack munching until brunch time. With breaks in between getting blunted. It was just about everything that I wanted. Oliver Moore still talking about it. Without a shadow of a doubt, left astounded.
See if we can see the eagles in the tower. Are they up? Yep. There he is. You can't see bald eagle.
There it is. Moonbeams by smuv and FG Postmortem. That was chill. I like that. I like that piano jazzy vibe, kind of loungy vibe. I think that works for you. Like the way you spit, the way you like. It works, I think, really well with that tempo and that jazz vibe. I think this is your speed right here. I would make more of this if I were you, because it's smooth, it's chill, and the way you deliver your vocals, I think it goes very well. What y'all think?
I remember about 2 weeks ago, I was right here enjoying myself, and I fell asleep to a FG Postmortem song that sounded kind of like that one. So I hear what you're saying. It does fit the rhyme scheme, but I just remember him having more energy than that. I feel like, he needs to turn it back up.
Yeah.
This person.
Yeah, he's exploring the different subgenres of
I don't
hip-hop.
like this sleepy world he's going.
Don't listen in the whip, because you might
On the couch. Look,
might
my couch
doze
so
off.
comfortable. Last time I went like this and I feel right out.
Man, it's an indica song. As a hashtag indica.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
post-mortem. Don't that mean death? Like post-mortem, like after the death or something? I don't know.
I never looked it up. But it might.
Yes, after death.
Which is strange because I'm AD and that also means the same thing, which is interesting. But I just chose those letters because I didn't want people calling me out like Rocky. Adrian, hey yo, Adrian. I got so tired of that. I'm changing my name to AD. I can't stand this Rocky shit. Anyway, go ahead, Knowledge.
Rocky was a hero, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you like the Yeah, I like when Clubber Lang knocked Rocky out. I was like, oh my goodness, people they was all crushed. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah, Mr. T beat the shit out of Rocky. You know, that was beautiful. And then it got worse. Like he came back and he beat him, and then he made it look like he could never box. I was like, it just didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
It was all good though.
You seen the Expendables?
Yeah.
That's cool how they brought back what's his name? Gunnar Jensen as Dolph Lundgren, the guy who played the Russian guy from the Rocky movies.
Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need a spinoff, Ivan Drago spinoff, him and his son. I would like to see how they, came into being in regards to that. They could do like a Drago, like they did a Rocky, like they did Cobra Kai. But Cobra Kai was ass. They got kind of ass after they brought the dude back. The dude fucked up the show.
Which one? The one that says sweep the leg?
No. Oh hell no.
He's cool, right?
I love all. Look, see, those are guys that made me reinforce love the villain. If a man can't see, he can't fight. Sweep the leg and all that shit. Chosen, all of those guys.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
Oh, Chosen's badass.
His ass. What's the guy? Mike Barnes. He whooped his. I was like, all those guys whooped his guy's ass. Like he won by some kind of fake, some kind of fake fate. Like he ain't going there and get busy. He got his ass whooped. That's right.
But interesting to see how the movie started off with Cobra Kai being the villains, and now this new show is almost based completely on them.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, it still has Mr.
Yeah, I liked him telling his version of the story. This is his version. And then they got this guy in there, like he's like a dirtbag. He's like a dirtbag that they got in there. Ralph Macchio's character's the dirtbag. His family's dirtbags. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nobody in there, as far as his family, with the exception of his mother, is like honorable. Everybody else is a dirtbag. His brother is a dirtbag. Like everybody's a dirtbag.
Crazy, right?
Like you just see Johnny, like he like that ruined everything for him. Everything went downhill, and then they show how he grew up and how he was suffering. They had a similar kind of background.
Yeah,
but you couldn't tell from the Karate Kid was from Daniel's perspective versus his perspective. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I like to see what they did with this Spanish guy right here, Miguel.
Yeah.
I said, them little kids be fucking fighting. I love that. Like you see the good fight. Them kids is fighting. I don't care nothing about the storyline, all that other shit. When the fight time, ding, ding, ding. Look, they get busy.
The good guy was the bad guy for a second, and the bad guy was the good guy. You didn't know who a good guy was.
I didn't give a damn. They was scrapping. Look, those two especially, I was like, oh, they was whooping.
Oh
ass.
yeah,
and then they got the little black dude in there. I was like, oh, he get busy too.
In the school,
girls, like there was
crazy.
nobody that wasn't fighting. I was like, oh shit, these girls are fighting.
Girls are vicious.
They took the fat girls. They took her off. That was corny. That was whack. Because she wasn't no joke. She punched everybody in the face right there. Hey, but again, it's practicality. He's like, wait a minute. He said, who here hadn't got punched in the face? They raised their hand. He was like, hey, punch him in the... Like, that's real shit. That's something you could use in real life. Like, all right, somebody's going to punch you in the face. What are you going to do after that? Like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan so you get punched in the face.
It's fun. And then you saw Stingray making a comeback. Everyone's like, who's this Stingray guy? He's never going to make it. And now he's kicking ass. But look, I like the writing because look at the dynamic. You've got yin and yang here. You've got the white and black on the outside and black and white on the inside, and there's no good guy or bad guy necessarily. But it's a yin yang concept.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, who's good, who's bad? It doesn't matter. Like, it's the yin yang energy.
Show each other up.
It's a certain symmetry to it.
Yeah.
And try to say, okay, no, this guy's a bad guy. This guy's a bad guy. This guy's a good guy. This guy's a good guy. And then they all have to work together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely
because they would color code back in the old cowboy movies, in the old Wild Wild West. Everybody knew the good guy was wearing the white hat, and the bad guy was wearing the black hat. That was their way of distincting. Oh, who's the bad guy? He must be because he's wearing dark clothes, or he's in a dark nature. He's probably more evil. and good, light versus dark, and you know what I'm saying, the light versus join the dark side in Star Wars and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like you look at the other perspective. Dark side maybe is the light. Who knows?
Dark is just blackness and darkness is just light that the eye can't perceive. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's just different levels to it.
It goes back to daytime and nighttime, sun and moon.
When they brought back Chosen, it showed you that there was no way in hell that dude could have ever whooped Chosen's ass.
Mm.
No way. There was no way in hell he could have whooped him. There was no way possible. Like, and even the teacher, I said, yo, that old dude could scrap. That old dude scrapped the one who had the ponytail. He had kind of like the Van Damme thing going on. It was like sweep the leg.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the other guy, Terry Silver. Terry Silver was whooping people's ass.
Oh, yeah. Ruthless.
He whooped Matt Barnes' ass. He whooped everybody's ass. I said, yeah, ain't nobody beat him except Miyagi. Miyagi whooped all the guys, and then he made that shit look easy.
But he's always been the bad guy, though. Like, he plays a good bad guy.
Right.
And he looks like an asshole. Like, it's perfect. And then now, like, this guy was the bad guy at first. He's coming out to be almost looking like a good guy. It's almost like he's the Emperor, Silver. And the sweep the leg guy was Darth Vader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like it's not the other way. Like he didn't make him, he made him.
Right. Darth Vader and then the Emperor. Same concept. So interesting.
And they got a Miyagi kind of relationship with Johnny too. He's kind of like, yo, man, go get your son. Blah blah blah. I told you, you don't want to get him. All right, I'm gonna get him now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all of those things.
Yeah.
Where it looked like he was finished. That don't ever count that dude out. That dude was in a POW camp and all that shit. Like, so it kind of plays into just when you think, okay, you got him beat, he's coming back. So,
but the first season, they made Cobra Kai look so cool, man. I was like, hell yeah, Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai. I went and bought the T-shirt.
Now look, everybody talks shit, right? Those guys that was with him, remember they was like, you're messing with him and you're resurrecting Cobra Kai, blah blah blah. How could you do this, Johnny? Right?
Yeah. Until
they got in that bar scene, nobody was trying to break up the fight. Everybody was whooping somebody's ass, right? Even the guy who died, he was on they broke him out. He's on his deathbed. He was still kicking somebody's ass, and he died the next day.
Oh man.
That you see what I'm saying? That's the legacy of Cobra Kai, the old versus the new. So it's like all these guys know. Look, those guys was whooping ass. Okay, so it just made sense.
I was just always scared for the little girl, because she's so soft and innocent and sweet. So like the daughter, the cute little daughter. I know she's got skills, but it's like she's so cute and her little cheeks, like you know what I'm saying. It's adorable.
All they showed you is that nobody in that family was good. Everybody in that family was a piece of shit. The wife was a piece of shit. The daughter was a piece of shit. She was fucking with both of the dudes. The little boy who couldn't fight, who was talking all this shit, he was a entitled little piece of shit. Like all it was the sins of the father. You see what I'm saying? Like they made it look like he was a good dude, and all this did was expose that he wasn't a good dude, and he didn't have a good family or none of that shit. Like so. The only person that was good in that family was his mama. Everybody else was shit.
Her name's Mary Mauser. Makes you think of Minnie Mouse. Her name's Mary Mauser. So cute though. I was like, oh, be careful, don't hurt the girl. She's too adorable. It's like in real life, I'd be like, she can't be involved in this. This girl's too cute to fight. The other girl wasn't as cute, so it was like, all right, I could see her fighting. You know what I'm saying? She'll be all right.
She was whooping ass.
She was whipping ass though. That's why I was like, she good.
And she was terrorizing them. I was like, oh, I love this shit. I love this.
Man, I could talk about this forever. I love our tangents.
This is a whole tangent right here.
Yeah, I might put it in the title, Cobra Kai. Okay.
And they got the new season coming up too.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, we were also giving time for any last minute submissions for the song promotion segment, so I had it all planned out. It was all on purpose. We've got a submission from the one and only Cap Jones in the house, y'all. Are you ready? Here we go. Cap Jones featuring Rusty Jux and Shabam Sadiq from Florida.
Look at AD.
I'm trying.
The 50th time is the charm, goddammit. Come on, AD.
I'm trying. Here we go. On Principle.
Jux. Brooklyn. Another masterpiece to serve hot. I spit fire, blaze the beat, and burn blocks. Squeeze Glocks, chase down suckers with track shoes on. Now your motherfuckers hit. Bang! Dead men can't rap. 6 feet deep in the box, and that's that. Case closed, pull a curtain on the stage. On the warpath, put the hurtin' with the gauge. Bossed up, bought the block, and then flipped it. Recorded, packaged it up, and then shipped it. Anywhere globally, my reach is infinite. I ain't speaking nothing but facts, let's get into it. I know the business, Jux is official. I'll be parked out in front of your crib if it's an issue. You'll get dragged through the mud, smoke with the pipe like a bag full of bud. What up?
Shut the fuck up, do what shit is the truth. You live in a lie.
I keep the shotty smoking, frontin' this half the bones in your body broken.
Shut the fuck up, perfect weapon when I'm up in the street.
Cap Jones, cup of coffee type shit. Hey, left and right brain, I got them both right, even though this migraine got my head tight. But it's alright, shit, I keep my grip right and white knuckle my whole life to a white light. Tunnel vision sight, sticks of dynamite, focused on my change, I remain nothing nice. Recite that ill shit, boy, fuck your life and make it rewind these rhymes twice. 3 times, keep dimes in my pockets on call like parameds. Parameds, I found way up under the bed, now I'm out for blood and better off dead. Hit the K-12 with one leg, fuck it, I take a sand wedge to your head, boy, I ain't bullshitting. Last time I'ma tell you, now you better listen. You belly up, a body with a name, critically acclaimed, puppet on a string, and I'm screaming fuck the fame, cause these dudes puffing chest, rocking belly button rings. All these casting room rappers are fucking lame. Well listen up, I could give a fuck, cause you can turn me off and turn me up, bitch. I wrote the whole song off the cuff on the G-train. Gamma made the beat bang, and I had you second guessing me, and then the beef came. These motherfuckers think they stopping me, better let them know they like Drago, and I'm like Rocky, they gassed out with they whole ass out, bout to put the belt on them, slap the taste out they mouth. All these kids clowning out for the likes and clout, but if it ain't got a point, what the fuck's it all about? Playing on TikTok, but your time's running out. Catch a warrant, then they know knock your house, rough up your spouse. This shit ain't a game, bitch, are you man a mouse? Get on your grown man shit.
Shut the fuck up, do what shit is the truth. You live in a lie.
I keep the shotty smoking, frontin' this half the bones in your body broken.
Shut the fuck up, perfect weapon when I'm up in the street.
Yo, that was fire. That's what I'm talking about. I loved it. The mix was good. The beat was dope. The mastering was dope. All that was good. I liked it, and I was feeling it, especially that first verse, and then Cap Jones right after. Yeah.
We'll get Shabam's verse. There's another verse on that song.
Rusty Jux and Shabam Sadiq.
Yeah, where's Shabam's verse?
You know what? It's probably later on in the track. I could rock it. Let me just rock it. Fuck it.
Please.
Let's do it.
As the Capricorn, the goat, you goofs don't want smoke. I get on the track and float like I'm pushing a speedboat. I be doing the most shit on rappers like I'm lactose. Beast mode, once the engineer let the beat load. The weak fold, numbers on the board, no cheat code. I eat foes, pick them out my teeth while I reload. Let off another clip, cause you rappers are weak hoes. 16 bars, 16 shots through your ego. Mi amigo, tranquilo, you my hijo. Every line worth a kilo. I stick a keyhole and test it. Deeply invested in hustle methods. I bomb on skeptics, purifying with the antiseptic. Wash them up with a splash of that boom bat. The type of beast to make you go and get your hard hat. Where your heart at? Where your bark at? I hope your bite's stronger than that. Realistically, homie, you just a target.
Shut the fuck up, do what shit is the truth. You live in a lie.
I keep the shotty smoking, frontin' this half the bones in your body broken.
Shut the fuck up, perfect weapon when I'm up in the street. My
Yo, my bad. I didn't realize there was a last verse. I'm so used to seeing the time. That was fire.
That's how you do it, man.
Yep.
Well, let me slow down. Is it my turn?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I already said it's dope. I already said it's fire. Go
Listen,
ahead.
I got a lot to say about this. Listen, man. I get a lot of flack. I don't say nothing for judging on here. And I think KP likes for me to judge on here because, I have a different perspective. I'm not going to just go along. Everybody say I got a different ear. I'm from a whole different place than a lot of y'all. But with that being said, too, I hear a lot of people try to, skate with just being different. Let's tell the truth, bro. Like, just because something's different doesn't mean it's good. So it's like if I take a cash register and make it go ching ching, and I'm rapping over it like, oh, look how different this is. That don't make it hot. Oh, you're hating. No. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That's the point of it being more than one opinion. That's why they always try to have at least 2 or 3 people on the board so you can get different perspectives. If you want everybody to like everything, you don't want to know the truth. Why even submit your shit then? Because even I've had times, keep it real, AD, I've had times where y'all like, the greatest in the world. I've had times where y'all like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it real.
Whining and crying. So that was hot. That was how you do it. Every bar was on point, to the point where even if I didn't enjoy that, I would enjoy it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, the mix was there. The everything was there. On top of the fact that it fit my cup of tea. Now, what city was they from?
Let's see. That is Cap Jones from Florida.
See? And the other dude said he was from 2 places at once. He said he was from Long Island,
New York, and Orlando, Florida.
So I'm looking for the sound to place it. You feel me? But both of them surprised me coming from Florida. But the last one surprised me coming from Florida because they usually more, that's where Miami and shit is at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get more of that Trick Daddy, Slip and Slide, Luke. You got the newer people like Jack and Kodak and all that. But still, that was hot. I'm running my mouth because I really enjoyed it, bro.
No, that's good. No, I'm sure he appreciates it. He said salute in the chat.
That was hot. And all the homies that was on there featuring. It's like, see, I don't like that nice hip hop. Like they sounded like they was competing with each other, like they was going harder and harder each. That's why you was fooled by the second verse. You didn't even want to finish. You like, I'm done.
I thought that was the grand finale of the song, but then there was a third one. I'm like, yo, I need to pay attention.
Straight up.
But
that was real hip hop right there. I like that.
Yeah. What about you now? Let's go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Ain't he got the song? Ain't he got the song on mid-verse? Like, fuck you, Shabazz.
I mean, because
need to hear your verse.
No,
that was dope. I was like, whoa.
I didn't even think about it because they submit these songs and we do like 3-minute segments. So right when I saw it 3 minutes, I was already ready to talk about how dope it was. It's like I forgot there was a third verse and to just keep it going.
I love it. I appreciate you so much for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much for letting it rock.
Oh, of course.
Rusty Jukes, Brooklyn. Sean Price, the cipher right there. Sean P lives, and you can see he lives on the Rusty Jukes. Duck Down, classic, epic space. So for him to set it off, before I even get to that, Cap Jones, yo, was you using foul language on this song, Mr. Jones? Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Cap, did you have some potty mouth going on here, Mr. Jones, sir? I appreciate it, okay? I appreciate it very much. This was a villain night, okay? This was a villain night, and we got to meet the alter ego for Cap Jones, okay? Cap Soze. Okay, y'all know Kaiser Soze. This is Cap Soze right here. Cap Soze went crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So Rusty Jukes, that's our fam. Brooklyn's own. Crown Heights, aka Crime Heights, on the set off. Cap Jones has to hold the body between 2 spitters. And you don't want to hear them. almost when he starts spitting. You don't want to hear them, but you have to hear them. Like you're compelled. It's like, all right. Oh, like that could be the best place and the worst place to be on the track. If it's 3 people on the track and you in the middle, on your track, you're in the middle on your track.
Yeah.
And you got 2 icons on the track with you, and you're in the middle. You either somebody wants to hear that's compelling, or something somebody skip over. It's one or the other. Can't be both. So if you're there in that middle, he's the glue in between 2 icons that respect his artistry enough to want to feature with him. Because they both got multiple features with Cap. So who is Cap Jones? If y'all wondering why he in the priesthood, y'all should listen to that damn verse again, okay? Because y'all be getting the nice, jovial, God-loving Cap Jones, but y'all don't get this lyrical Lycan over here. This lyrical Lycan Cap Jones that I know right here. This dude right here.
This dude right here.
This dude right here. And this Shabam Sadiq on the end. Him and Priest got a couple of joints together too. Shabam Sadiq and Priest. And they got a joint Rises to the Top of Hellraiser, classic, epic joint. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear AD when he say, play more Killah Priest. I get on this shit. So Shabam is fluent in Spanish too. So y'all heard him flip it in Spanish on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't he just pick a couple words? He could have did his whole verse in Spanish like somebody else I know. You know what I'm saying? Did it in Spanish, flipped it in Spanish. So
yeah.
So salute to Kai Zodiac for flipping it in Spanish. But Shabam did it as a closer. And I think that's a horrible space to be in too. You closing out a song as a feature on somebody else's track. So either you could do it justice or you could fuck up the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah, that's a spot to be. And if you are MC, you thinking you got that to worry about, fucking up the song or doing it justice, and you trying to compete too. Like, I'm coming at the end, I gotta gas everybody out.
Right. So you done heard 9 times out of 10 you heard it, but 1 time out of 10 you didn't hear it, and you just went in there blind, and you didn't know where you was gonna be at. So you just spit it and send it in.
Well, what about the illest story ever, where the nigga Cannabis did a song with LL in them? He heard the shit, took him off the song, and redid his verse dissing him. I'm like, wow.
Oh wow.
Well, he didn't take him off the song.
Yeah, remember they made the version with Master P. The version with him came out, but he made a version without him and took him off.
He made him change his verse. He didn't take him off the song. He said it out his mouth. He was like, "Nah, I didn't take him off the song." He made him change his verse.
I'm just asking because I know you a hip hop head like me. Do you remember that version without him with Master P on BET and all that? They had you're right, because I remember his verse. His verse was hot. Like when he was sitting there with all
my mic on. It's time to get rowdy.
Yeah, I remember that shit, but I remember they had that body remix without him.
Yeah, but my point was, because Sticky did it on Remember Me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all big M fans and all that shit. Sticky Fingers ripped the shit out of that song. Him and RBX ripped it. Sticky Fingers, I was like, whose song is this after that? Because that might be the trouble if you going last sometime. Like you could change the trajectory of the whole song. They'd be like, whose song is this again? But nah. Each verse was so iconic that they all lived. You see what I'm saying? They all lived. So
every now and then in hip hop, you get the perfect feature where it's like your verse was a definitive verse, but I still want to hear it on his album, on his song. Like AZ, Life's a Bitch. You feel me? I love that verse, but I love it for that album. I don't necessarily want to hear that on AZ, right? Like every now and then, no, it's not a common thing. Every now and then you get that perfect, like that. Remember, okay, like I used to always wonder how Sheik feel when Styles P and Jada go in there and just be making them, they go up, when them two get together, it's over. Like how Sheik feel.
Sheik feel like Sheik. Sheik feel like he gets to shine. Now we may not have given him the shine, but Sheik is. He's been on joints where he carried songs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He. What was that? What was that shit? Yo, shut the fuck up before I blast and ban from TV your ass. Look at the camera like, what? You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, Reservoir Dogs. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. That's Sheik. You see, that's a different kind of situation right there. So Jada and Styles could go back and forth, and they both can go on their own. But Sheik gives a chance to be himself. He doesn't have to try to pretend like he's going back and forth with them. Now Sheik and Ghost. You heard Sheik and Ghost together. They got a whole mixtape. Sheik Lucha
I heard the whole tape though.
That shit is crazy. So it's like you have a different opinion. So you got to think about who they're paired with. You know, so this is perfect to put these three minds back together. Back to this track real quick. All three of these minds are respected individuals, and then they collab together with no affiliation and do a masterful job with it. Sometimes they come together like that. It sounds almost like they're a group when they're not a group. So that's marquee, like first thing in regards to features. Because I heard a feature recently where I was like, oh, this dude don't know this dude at all. He paid him some money and he got a feature. That's not always good.
You can tell sometimes,
Yeah, that's not always good. It's not always good. It's like they don't got no relationship. It's like, oh, this was some Cash App or some PayPal or Venmo or something like that. So he got no background. Like he don't even shout you out. Like how you get a feature, you paid his money for this feature because I know it wasn't cheap, and he don't even shout you out on the track. Like, all right, fuck you. It's like there's no working relationship whatsoever in it.
It's so corny now. They got dudes doing features, dissing other dudes. Something about you a snitch. No, I mean, we're not gonna get into all that, but yeah, man, it's crazy out there now.
Yes, sir. All right, that was a fire collab right there. We got a couple more tracks to go. This next one is by FG Postmortem from Long Island, New York.
I thought that was the last one. That's what I was trying to.
Oh no, it's all good. Hey, no, it deserved all of that. It deserved it, so it's all good. We get those last minute submissions here, so. FG Postmortem submitted one right here from Long Island, New York, Orlando, Florida. Song is called Take Notes, featuring Sin 711, Oblongata. Oh, yeah. Sin 711, Oblongata, produced by John Duff.
The piff smell like dirty diaper or cat piss. Pass it to myself in a cipher. A bastard, already has a father. Ass backwards, dropping the deuce forwards. Don't know what he can do for you. His porridge burn the whore's mouth. Bitch got caught sleeping in my bed. Goldilocks me, giving me head. Who called the shots? Big boss man. Beat the slammer like playing pods, fam. Turn on the red light, Roxanne. She do what she can to make my cock stand. Turn rocks into sandcastle. Call the Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd. Got money in the bank vault. If your girl's loose, it's Frank's fault.
Notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, relax and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Choke, relax, and take notes. While I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Totes of the marijuana smoke.
Take notes, make quotes in this bliss. Deep strokes after she gags off the slurp. Buffalo on the marijuana smoke. You cough and you choke. Cough for your choke. Choke on the Mr. Low choke. Find your dope like the taste of the Pepsi and Coke. Don't drop the soap. Lay back on your hope. You better recognize the fans plus your folks. Stake in the vote, it's not your fault. Step to my left on any ninja, rolling up on the low. OG on the folk, to the us. They wanna fuss with us, only pick us. Loyalty when the snakes in the grass. Cover that ass and don't fear out the ass. If you can trust us, trust God. Oh, he is. Man, Postmortem.
Yeah, I like that. Yo, what beat was that? Was that beat like a famous beat? I can't tell if that was like a mixtape. I don't know. It sounded familiar. It sounded dope. I love that snare. That was cool. I like the way FG. He kind of almost had a Method Man thing going on there because he was like he was hitting a note, an actual note that worked. I like that. I still think you should turn yourself up. There's something up with your EQ. You're kind of muffled. So I still want that EQ fixed. But I like what you're doing there. You know what I'm saying? The rhymes are cool. Goldie Locksmith. It worked. He was just like surfing. He was surfing that beat. What y'all think?
The beat was hard as hell, and the sample for the hook. But I'm gonna be real, I couldn't understand what he was saying. Like the voices was too low. In the second verse, he sounded like he was like low key trying to get off, but I couldn't. You know what I mean? Like the voices was too low. He got to turn the vocals up. It's probably a hot ass song altogether because, like I said, the beat was hard, the hook was hard, and I did hear like a couple of lines that sound like you said, he was riding the beat. I just couldn't really pick up. You know what I mean? Like exactly what was being said because the vocals was kind of low.
Yeah, he just said that's his boy John Duff from France who did that beat. That was ill. I just like the way it was hitting. It sounded so good. I thought you were rapping on like an old school Biggie beat or something. Because I heard Biggie in the sample and everything, so I thought it was one of his old beats he was just doing. But that was fire. You need to work with him more. That was ill.
For sure. Yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
I was feeling
go that direction.
Knowledge born.
I still got Priest be laughing all the time. I don't quote the Holy Ghost from Priest.
You smoking what?
No, so I see my Priest be laughing all the time. This shit be fucking out. I'm telling you, this was crazy. So you said my man from France, huh?
Yeah.
Salute to John Duff, man. Now, this is familiarity. This is just exactly what I was talking about. That's the opposite of, or the inverse of, what I said about the feature. When y'all don't have no relationship, there's nothing to base it off of. It's like, okay, you might want to collab. There's no story between the producer and the MCs, and then the MCs don't have no relationship with one another. This is clearly an opposite collaboration right here on purpose that works. So it works in regards to the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So I was looking for, though, the grudge match, the celebrity death match on the beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody to try to kill somebody. And it can't be all nice on the beat. It could be nice. It could be nice before the beat, even nice during the recording session, but on the microphone, it can't be nice. It's a war. It's a war. And the reason why I said that is because Jada and Styles, they brothers almost, damn near, but not on the microphone. They not. The only people I ever seen it work with is General Steele and Tech from Smith & Wesson. Because they brothers regardless. So it comes through. It could never be an instance where it looked like they're going back and forth and they're not trying to battle. Everybody else, it's fair game. I got your ass on the beat. That's the only element that's missing. It was a little too friendly. Everything else, it was there. And that healthy competition brings the best out of you on the microphone. As long as you just keep it on the microphone.
Great submissions tonight. Yo, we got a couple more. We got a last minute submission from Aurora Borealis. You remember Aurora? Since day one. Here we go. Song is called Roswell. sounds like Paint It Black. Your mixes are getting a little better. That bass drum is a little harsh. Do you know what I'm saying? I like the nice solid snare. I know what you're going for there, but that boom boom boom, it's really harsh. I'm not feeling bass from that bass drum. It has a lot of treble to it. I feel like it's really coming in abrupt. I would look for more samples to mess with. Start messing with some more samples. You can look online also, download some different snares, download some different kicks. There's a lot of beat kits you can get online, but your choice of snares and choice of bass drums will make a big difference. Do you know what I mean? You could ruin a whole song with the wrong bass drum. So I would switch that up, especially be careful when you go boom, boom, boom. Do you know what I mean? You want to go a little more minimal. I would try to mess with some 808s and just go boom, bap, boom, bap, boom, bap, and just keep it less. That way there's a lot of room to breathe, especially for the artist. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. And the strings in the background kind of reminds me of Paint It Black, which is a popular song. Dun, 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 dun. That's kind of cool. I think that sample could be worked with. You got potential with that track. That's all I'll say. What y'all think?
Yeah, they remind me of one of them old like Killer Army type beats. Just to bang that thing out on the Triton real quick.
Oh yeah.
On it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still got the Triton.
Oh yeah.
In the attic. Yeah, I got a new keyboard now. I got the Roland RD88. This thing is bad, but I still got the Korg Triton in the. It's just because the samples you can hear, like I can hear someone playing the piano from the Korg Triton. I can tell it's from the Korg Triton. Like you can identify, you can hear the notes and hear the sounds. Anyway, Knowledge Born. I hear a dog in the background.
I don't know who dog that is. Ain't none of mine.
All right, any opinions? Any opinions on?
I like Aurora make beats for himself. Man.
Yeah.
Aurora, stop playing with us, man. Okay, show your producer range for somebody else. Like you making the beats. Like I love the beats that you're making, and you making them for yourself. So you submitting for feedback on here. So show your range. Show your artistic creativity and ability, as if you were submitting these beats for somebody else to use. Like you was looking to lease them, you was looking to sell them. Whatever the case may be. Like I know you like making these beats for yourself, because every time I hear a beat from you, I hear you, whether you rhyming on it or you're not. So I don't have any criticism about those beats that you're making, because they're yours. They're for you. I want to hear you show us your range if you want to. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want to do. Your range on your creativity for you making beats that you're looking to shop, that you're looking to give somebody else. I want to hear somebody else spit on your beat.
All right. Stranger says, AD, you need the Roland Seaboard. Huh. I've seen that somewhere. I don't know what the benefit is necessarily, other than it looks cool. And probably you could do a lot of like blending notes because of the way it's set up. But maybe I'll mess with the smaller one first. But you know me, I'm spoiled with Fruity Loops when it comes to making beats. But that kind of looks like a cool controller for somebody who can afford it. I see one that's a couple $100 and then one that's 1,000. But shout out to Stranger. That looks cool. I might eventually get that once I save up some funds. But yeah, that's cool, man. The Seaboard. Nice. All right.
Since seven said send him that beat.
He likes it. He wants to rap on it. There it is. Collaborations. All right, let's go. It looks like the last grand finale of tonight is an artist named Crip Jesus.
Hey.
Hey.
It's a Crip finale.
Yes.
Hey, D, before you play this track, play that.
I knew you were going to tell me to play it. I knew you were going to tell me. I can, but I'm not going to play the background music because...
no, don't play the background music. He good enough for me.
Oops, that's not it. I clicked on the wrong pastor. Hold on a second. Vids for the show. Here we go.
We gotta bring them in right. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the Crip finale?
That's right. All right.
The world famous.
It looks
One
like
man show.
The song is called La La La.
Author of the Blue Bible.
You are now being baptized.
There it goes.
Holy blue water. As we usher in this age of Aquarius, the government keep putting weird shit on TV, preparing us, spreading lies on social media, think they scaring us, but really they just got our antennas up, watching. I know some prophets in Compton, I know some killers in Watts, I know you see me in turbans, I'm really still on the block, I'm really still dodging cops. I can smell the corpse, I just left the court. This is real life, I just press record. Late 80s, crack baby, born in the Matrix. I think Pac's still alive, he never died in Vegas. I used to love the game, but look how the game changed us. Used to be brothers, but now we beefing like strangers. It's strange, but we applying pressure, we gon' ride forever. We kings and queens, chess pieces, black and white checkers. Book of the Naga tribe, genocide, homicide. Children died, mamas died, the whole hood traumatized. Felt like Jesus, thought I died, but now I'm alive. Resurrected, reincarnated, it's how God made me. From the river valleys of East Africa to the corners of East Oakland, nigga, we gon' keep going. We can tell if you really, you fake. The streets know this, ain't no parents show us how to survive. The streets showed us, the Pharaoh, the Cobras, the 2033 no limit soldier with a K on my shoulder. Hold up, you can feel the earth move when I speak. The stars align, I'm aligned, I ain't lying, it's deep. You know the air tastes different when you breathe around kings. Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. It's the God of all things, over earth, under seas, 120 degrees, plus 36 keys, these Enoch degrees. The book of Maccabees, the Christ's Last Supper, break bread with the streets, let's eat. Baptized in holy blue water, dripping from my head to my toe, till I can't no more. I'm here to baptize these streets. We're gonna wash away the lies. We're gonna wash away all the haters. We're gonna wash away all the lame. We're gonna wash away all this cat. This ain't got nothing to do with no religion. I'm gonna tell you what my religion is.
Nice. Good mix, good beat, cool track. Crip Jesus doing your thing. That's nice, man. Nothing else to say for me. I dig it. You're muted. You got the mute button on. Crip Jesus, you got the mute.
He getting busy too.
Yeah, he's gonna have to say it all over again. We can't hear. There you go.
My bad, I'm on mute.
Yeah, now you gotta take it from the top.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey, so look.
Jesus in this one.
So what I was saying was, I got a whole little. I can't flip the camera over there, but I got a whole little setup now where it's like I'm at the house, everything right here. So the producer, you know, he pulled up to the crib. He right there making the beats. I'm over. It's not like when I'm at the studio, ready to rap. I'm over here writing deep shit, doing lives, talking deep, going live on Instagram, talking deep, read the book, talking about the book, and he making the beats. So I'm like, that's because somebody asked me in the comments, like, what made you go so deep on this one? I said, shit, that's how I think, that's how I talk. It's just that I'm so used to leaving the house and going to the stew. You feel me? He was at my house. That's how I live. You know what I mean? You got to take your shoes off when you walk up in here. So it's like a whole different vibration.
Damn. You got those types of carpets?
That part.
Damn, that's what I should have done.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what's
I
up.
appreciate that, though.
All right, Knowledge Born, what you think? Knowledge Born.
Yo.
That's a cool sample.
I chose that sample too. I'm glad you said that. He had all type of other shit. I was like, no, we gotta use that one. He's like, man, I already been done. I said, nah, not like how I'm finna do it.
I was like, Trip Jesus made it a whole song without the N-bomb. But there you go. There you go, Trip Jesus. I was about to give you an award or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? You almost made 95% of the song. Okay, I say, but it was good though. I loved it. I loved the range. This is what I'm saying about it. We don't have to be seen in one likeness. A lot seen and heard everywhere. So it's a good opportunity for you, since you're in this modality, that you don't have to shroud yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't really shroud yourself. You Trip Jesus. You can't shroud yourself. You did that out in the public. So, like I was saying in regards to Bruce Lee, I could say the same thing about you. Like, you put yourself out there. You put yourself on the cross type situation. You see what I'm saying? For everybody to be mocked and ridiculed. So now you can take this and do whatever you want to do with it. You can take this art form and do whatever you want to do with it. Whatever messages you want to convey, however you want to convey it, we need it. You understand what I'm saying? What's the track? What they be like, yeah. What did you? That's right. Look, that's what we need. You understand what I'm saying? We need it like that. So we need to see all of the dimensions. You see what I'm saying? Because Jesus was in the hood with the killers and all that, shooting dice, and he was also raised in the dead. But he was also on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Giving the sermon. So we need all of the aspects.
Yeah,
you could do all, if you could do all things through Christ that strengthened you. Let's see it. Let's see it all. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see it all. Give a message for everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? So I love what you're doing, and I love that you brave enough to do it.
Man. Much appreciation, guy.
All right. Well, that does it for the song promotion segment.
Can I say one thing before I go though?
Yeah.
I see a lot in the comments about my red couch.
Oh,
now,
man.
if y'all think that's why y'all need to buy the Blue Bible. If you a grown person and you still think that Crips are grown up walking around shooting people wearing red and stuff, I don't know where y'all got that from. I don't know what TV show or movie you watch to think that these murders of these young black people is about a color. You might have watched a movie called Colors and started arguing with people saying, I know what I'm talking about, because you didn't buy the Blue Bible. You didn't know that the first scriptures to call each other blood. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of knowledge and wisdom and understanding got to be put out there. First scriptures to call each other blood. You feel what I'm saying? All that old community revolution, it was community revolutionary inter-party services. It was based on the Black Panther Party structure. But y'all go on with y'all fairy tales, about Crip dances and red pants and all that. You want to get some real knowledge? Tap in.
That's what's up.
I think a lot of people think that stuff is a joke, and we got so many people dying with what's going on in Chicago and all that, and people want to just throw the baby out with the bathwater as opposed to understand what's going on with their own people. Everybody want to go have these marches and shit, but when somebody that's actually in the midst of what the problems is come out to talk about it, you don't want to talk now. Everybody want to joke and laugh. And I find that to be sad, bro, because there's children dying every day behind this stuff that we make such a joke about, such a clowning joke about. Crip is etymologically something that's dead waiting to be resurrected. Like a crypt, like we always talk about ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt is full of crypts. Dra Abu El Naga is a crypt. You know, y'all call it Valley of the Kings because y'all talk English. It's called Dra Abu El Naga. I heard people laughing because I said Naga tribe. You know, I'm trying to enlighten the people here. And all that game banging stuff, y'all need to open your mind up. Because you know what's funny to me, AD? It's the people that don't bang that got so much to say about that. I ain't never heard a crip say, oh, you got a red couch. We're going to shoot the couch up. Like, this is silly, bro.
Yeah.
So, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I know I say crip a lot. We play the preacher dancing, but I just want to drop something. I know Knowledge Born is proud of me. I just want to drop a little something before we leave up out of here. From Knowledge.
That's what's up. All right, we appreciate you. Knowledge, any last words?
Salute to you, AD. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Rest in greatness to the late Bruce Lee, man. His memory, his words, his philosophy, his life, you know, he gave his life for what he believed in and what he stand on. So, you know, check out his work. You know, check out his philosophies. If you're not a big reader, you know, you can check out some of his philosophies. Look at his student body, look at his work. You know, he was courageous enough, like hip hop was courageous enough. You see what I'm saying? So give him the respect due and just see the growth. You know what I mean? And the last thing I wanted to say is I want to reiterate this. You know, we're in the holy day season. You know, they call them hell days and all kind of stuff. Like literally, don't allow any of the stuff that you're learning to have you at odds with your family unless it's something that's detrimental to their well-being. Like if it's something that's detrimental to their well-being, find a better way to share the information. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to be browbeat. Nobody want to be ostracized. Nobody want to be disrespected. If you real about what you dealing with, they real about what they dealing with. Y'all come together and find a respect. You know, now just look, listen, and observe. And most of all, it says, and most of all, respect. So whatever you see, you give respect to it. As long as they ain't harming nobody or harming themselves. Love on your family. Love on your family and create some legacy and some memories of healing and uplifting.
Yeah.
Salute to you, AD, for holding up the rocket as always. Play some more Killah Priest. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to get into that discussion one day with the 5 albums, the top 5 Killah Priest albums. I'm ready for all the smoke for anybody, everybody.
Yeah.
Ready.
I'm sure we'll have to update that video every year or so.
Right.
So we'll see. All right,
Let's
that's what's
salute
up.
to Crip Jesus, man. Peace to God.
Yeah. Once again, about an hour or two after the show, all the links to those artists are going to be in the description, so y'all can check that out. And also in the description, you can see links to Bruce Lee's books and his movies. I'm going to watch some Kung Fu movies tonight. You know what I'm saying? So thanks to everybody who participated, and we're going to see y'all on Wednesday. We out.
Who came here to disturb me?
It's Maro. I'm here for the gumdrops.
Gumdrops, you say? What feelings you seek for?
All the usual. Love, lust, rush, vision.
How much? I assume you are prepared.
I have 100K. Maybe 20 more for something extra.
So, young monk, step into my chambers, and I will show you the gumdrops. But first, let me show you how this all began. How this story all started. Listen close. I am the monk, slumped beneath the tree trunk. I've been getting tea drunk for 3 months, staring at the seafront. Then a stranger appeared, coming near, I wonder what he wants. As he approached closer, I get into the stance of Qigong. Stop right there, where you get the karate gi from? He said, the kingdom. White eyes lit up beneath the robe, detached the nodes, then uploaded from his armholes. Then download, you know I know, so speak the codes. He said, M-A-R-O, good. Then I reached in my heart and pulled out charcoal. My body morphed from being a monk into a cyborg from the cosmos that's permanently scorched, and dark gray clouds came down, forming a mystic sunblock. Here's your gumdrops. The people watch from the equinox. The metal eagle watch from the cathedral top. Now go. Don't look back. Remember you was told. The cold. He quickly swallowed one and turned to the Solomon. Thank you. I am the owl again. Then he disappeared in the thin air to wolf sounds in the howling wind. Then re-emerged in Shaolin playing the violin, chanting the Tao and the Tao hymns, wearing a leopard head with cow skin. They said they bows then. Now, bow men. Stand up, get up, now do push-ups in 1,000. Remove the 1 million ton rocks. The techno priest, you become shocked. Here is your gumdrops. Here is your gumdrops. The techno priest, you become shocked. Here is your gumdrops. Here is your gumdrops. Techno tech, you become shocked. Here is your gumdrops. Here is your gumdrops. The techno priest, you become shocked. Here is your gumdrops. Here is your gumdrops. The techno priest, you become shocked.